You're on the punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez. And howdy doody.
How do you do?
What's up?
Nothing. How was your weekend at the Hall of Fame?
It was fun. It was real fun. It was actually a hell of a time, to be honest with you. Great people.
Yeah.
It was just a hell of an experience, and I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Sure did.
What? Anything big happened there?
No, just it was be my first time. It was kind of cool. Didn't know what to expect. You got hit with a lot of autographs. All of us. The fighters. The thing about it, the fighters were all cool. Even the older guys. They've been there a handful of times, and
yeah,
they kind of let you know what happens, what goes on, and just go with the flow too. Pretty much, it was fun. We had a blast, and I hope next year I get invited again and see what happens.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna get in there. You know what I mean? You're gonna be there. I cannot get on this episode for some reason.
It do not like you. Why is this?
So you got to meet up with
Oh yeah, speaking of that,
Klitschko and Marvin Hagler and Mike Tyson,
mm-hmm.
Winky Wright, Mike McCallum,
Morales, Junior Jones, Mike McCallum, Julian Jackson,
Barrera.
Yeah, Barrera. Not so much Barrera, but Eric Morales, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, Jesse Vargas.
That's your new homie there, huh?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That is pretty fucking cool, man. And then, dude, we have so much going on today. We had some great fights this weekend that we need to talk about. We have a great fight coming up this week.
Yeah, we do.
We brought Herm the Viking. He came paddling in this weekend.
Viking Herm is still sour because he wasn't invited to New York due to the last New York incident. Because apparently, taking the Staten Island ferry by charge and force is frowned upon.
Oh, fuck. We have a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
Viking Herm is the shit.
He's security. He's also security, too. But
what do you think Viking Herm would have done last night at the seminar against them guys?
Oh, he would have chopped everybody up.
Yeah, I think so.
Poison would have been looking for a new drummer.
Yep.
It would have been Rikki Rockett. Hey, we did. We went to the jiu-jitsu seminar last night.
That was
which
very cool.
Fucking badass. We were surrounded by some of the best martial artists in the country.
You know what's dangerous about going to those jiu-jitsu seminars? It goes to show me, like, if I had to study for a test, I'd fail it. Because if I'm not interested with my fucking ADD, I have a hard time. But going to that, I like watch the move and I watch everybody else do it after, and I'm like, nope, doing it wrong. That ain't how you do it. And then you think that jiu-jitsu, I'm like, oh man, I'd probably go do that move. And then it's like, dude, you would get your ass fucking killed. like in 1 second.
They're just different. But hey, Rikki Rockett, the drummer from the band Poison, was giving the seminar. And who would have thought, like, that, hey, this drummer from Poison that dressed like women back in the 80s, basically, could fuck somebody up, you know what I mean?
Badly, yeah.
This dude's been a black belt for what, 26 years?
Rikki Rockett could fuck you up and tell you exactly how he's going to do it, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
26 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or 26 years he's been doing. He's 58 years old now almost, isn't he?
Yep.
What's up, Scott? No, I mean, but it was just really awesome. We got to go to dinner with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny. I was sitting at the restaurant, and it was really surreal that you're thinking, like, I'm actually sitting in a restaurant with this fucking legendary musician and the middleweight champion of the world and the Pan American Games winner for jiu-jitsu and Dan, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there with all these people. I'm like, fuck.
It's like a sore dick. You can't beat it.
Dude. And everybody in there were like high-level jiu-jitsu guys, like brown belts, black belts, even the females.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The fucking women were.
Yep.
And I'm like, Jesus, if that place went wrong.
Remember I told you last night on the way home, I was like, boy, I hate to be the person to pick a fight with that fucking table.
Right?
Viking Herm may even have to step back on that one and be like, yeah, I'm going to sit this play out.
Viking Herm, yeah. There was like...
Because you had like 12. 12 fucking... Yeah.
Even the females.
Viking Herm runs from no battle.
So?
We didn't say you did. You didn't say you did.
I may not be able to take Rikki Rockett, but I will CC. Well, you know, CC's also a brown belt. That's the funny thing, Timothy. He's been training for about 11 years himself.
Yeah, so just, on this one, relax a little bit and just don't fuck with poison.
We were surprised. Hey, they even left us tickets and backstage passes for tonight in Cleveland, but the show's more important, so we thought we'd get that knocked out first. You know?
Not only that.
Poison and Cheap Trick.
I'm a little wore out.
No, dude, I'm tired. I slept till fucking 3 o'clock. But hey, you want to get right back? You want to get into these fights today?
Yeah.
What do you want to start with? You're the boss. You tell me what you want to start with.
Well, due to the fact that I was very busy over the weekend, I watched the fights, but it wasn't the best circumstances. But let's start with the one. Let's start with Crawford Horn. That's the one people want to hear.
What can you say, man? Crawford did exactly what he was supposed to do in that fight, and I think Horn's mouth made it worse than that.
I thought it was a little tougher on him than what he probably was expected. I mean, he got hit with some shots, and Horn was in his ass, and Horn didn't look that good.
Horn's a world champion Olympian. He's going to land punches, you know?
Oh.
You expect that.
But Crawford, went above and beyond and stopped him. And good performance by Crawford.
Where I'm concerned at is I don't think Crawford's powers followed him at 47. There's some of those punches you landed, and Horn took those punches. I'm not saying it didn't follow him. I'm just concerned that it may not have followed him. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to need to see another fight to know.
The first fight is going to be hard, too.
It's going to be hard. I mean, so I'm not going to be ignorant and say, hey, his power didn't follow him. I'm just saying it did not look like it did. It just did not have that same... It didn't have that same force and that same power.
No, it did. That he had at Junior Walter.
Yeah, and so... What I'm saying is if he doesn't have that power, he's going to have to work a lot harder that welterweight division to make himself better there. But I really think
especially against big guys like Porter and like Spence. Yeah, definitely.
But I was more impressed with the way that he boxed. The skills he had were incredible.
Yeah. But right now I think it's fair to say that I don't think he can beat Spence. I don't.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think he. I think I don't think he beats Porter either.
Yeah, I think Porter would be a little tough right now.
I think Porter's just too physical for him. And from what I've gathered in the fight,
yes, and Horn was
very physical
for him, and that's what got Horn to land. Some of the punches that he landed, and he came in actually without being stopped.
Yes,
it was easy for him to get two for a period of time until Crawford's punches did start. You know what? Now I think about it, Crawford did start breaking them down though with some of them shots, and especially the body. But the way Porter comes in is a different aggressive style too, though. Porter is more compact and comes in the hand, and he gets in your fucking chest.
He's not Horn. He hits harder than Horn.
And he's faster and hits harder than Horn.
My thing is this. Crawford's a slow starter. He's notoriously slow, and he was slow in this fight. It took him 3 rounds before he really started pulling together. Like I said 2 shows ago, if you're going to beat a guy like Crawford, you need to jump on him from the 3rd round. You need to jump on him early and push him because that's how you beat him. Horn obviously was more worried about air conditioning and worried about Snoopy ice puller machines than he fucking was about a game plan.
Viking, have you ever worried about air conditioning?
There is no air conditioning where Viking Herm is from, unless it is the winds that Thor provides when I'm on my long ship.
That's the thing, though. I just don't think that. I mean, I still have him in the pound for pound 1 or 2. I mean, it depends how you want to look at it. Right now, I got Lomachenko over him, but I have Crawford number 2. And I got asked that question by one of our listeners, one of our friends on the show, Daniel Porro, asked me, how can you say that Errol Spence beat Crawford and have him 1 or 2 pound for pound? I said, easily, because pound for pound list, we live in the present. We don't live in potential, and we don't live in future land. For right this second, we argue that too. We live in the now.
That's and that is an opinion, though, and I see, and I can see where you're coming from on that. My pound for pound has changed in the top 3.
Okay, let's hear it.
I used to have it, Lomachenko, Crawford, because of your theory on it, because of who he fought, and then I had Spence. I now have it, Crawford or Lomachenko, Spence, and then Crawford.
I have it Lomachenko, Crawford, and Spence. And then round in the fourth
But
spot.
we can agree with the top three, though, because we've got a lot of people that disagree on that.
And then number 4, I have Mikey Garcia in 4.
I do. I got between 4 and 5. I could definitely put Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, exactly. And
there's no arguing.
But
that.
you got guys knocking on that door right now, like Inoue. You're hearing people say Inoue's top 5, which I don't agree yet. I don't even have him. I have him maybe 10th right now or 9th. I just don't want to put him there yet.
Simon says, not sure how it looked on the stream, but what was happening live was every time Horn landed one shot, Crawford was countering with 3 or 4 quick blows, which added to Horn's frustration. Crawford took a loud Australian base of fans and the crowd out of it early.
I agree.
Yeah, that was very true, and that's what I was saying. Like, you can see the shots that Crawford was landing started catching up throughout the middle rounds. So, going back on that, I don't think he carried a pop that he did at junior welterweight yet. And this is his first fight. He has to get acclimated at 140 welterweight. And he fought a bigger guy for his first fight a big welterweight for his first fight there. But at the same time, though, I mean, he did start breaking down a bigger welterweight.
Yes, I agree.
So maybe some of that pop is there.
I think maybe that weight and things like that hurt Horn too. I really did. I think it would hurt. With a guy like Crawford, your weight's going to hurt you because he is so fast. He's a faster, and he's faster than people give him credit for. I always hear Crawford's not fast, and I think to myself, I'm like, what world are these guys living in if they don't think Crawford's a fast guy? He's fast.
Well, yeah, and that's really stupid. I mean, I'd even go, you know what? I'm going to use me for an example. Even me, like, oh, it was just power. Well, motherfucker, how do you think you're landing that power punch? If you're fighting a faster person and with reflexes shit, how the fuck do you land that punch? You obviously got to be somewhat quick.
You got a counter punch and you have to be quick.
But
what does Viking Herm think about fast fighters? What do you think, Viking Herm?
Viking Herm doesn't care about fast fighters when he can chase them with a bow and arrow.
No, but I think the fight that we're waiting for is Crawford and Errol Spence. I think it's going to happen. I really do. I think both fighters are asking for it right now.
Yeah,
they are, and it's crazy.
James says, "Sup, fellas? I have Bud as first place." We didn't really ask you.
No, we didn't. But no, I had Crawford till Lomachenko beat Linares, and I kind of switched places. But I had Crawford first. But it's still close. It's still close, and anything can happen right now. But
yeah, going on that. I mean, it is, that top 3 is up in the air. It really is. I'm still staying with Lomachenko though because I had him number 1, and I don't see any reason to take him out of number 1 right now.
Beating Linares was bigger than beating Horn.
Yeah, and the reason why I have, which James don't agree with, why I have Spence over Crawford is because it's just hard for me in my head that, in my opinion, Spence will beat Crawford, and they're both in the same weight class now. And how the fuck can I put Spence or put Crawford over Spence if I think Spence can beat him?
Because
I understand the resume and who they fought and everything else, but still, right now, pound for pound, best fighter though.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like, if you take that term of it, pound for pound, best fighter in the sport right now is, I think Spence beats.
But my thing is this: we don't live the pound for pound lift. Don't live in the future or what ifs or potential. It lives in what is going on a second. When Spence and Crawford fights and Spence wins, that whole list will change again. But for right now, until we're shown otherwise, I would have.
Well, no, I see where you're coming from on that. I do, but I look at it as like, who is the best fighter right now?
I'm gonna have to say Lomachenko.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have.
And to that's why I'm saying
And if this injury,
I think Spence is a better fighter than Crawford right now.
And if this injury lends any credence to him, the shoulder injury, and how he fought through that and fought as dominant as he did even with the shoulder injury, that just leads to more of the dude's legend. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Most guys would have fucking quit in the corner or fought one-handed.
And to stop Linares too.
Yeah. Most guys would have quit or fought one-handed the whole time, right? And bitched about it. He fought with both hands, knocked his guy out, and still did not bitch about the injury.
I agree with that. Simon says, Bob Arum called the streaming the future, but when I asked about ratings or the purchases, Arum dismissed it as, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to matter when it comes to negotiations. Fighters no longer seek a share of the ratings for back-end money. They are going to have to increase the front end. I can't get into that because I don't know exactly how the ratings.
From what I've heard, this ESPN app did extremely well the first day. Out of the, I don't know how many million signed up, 1.9 million or whatever. Don't quote me on the exact number, but it's somewhere in that range. 1.9 million. They plan to keep about half of them permanently because most people are going to cancel the free trial. You know what I mean? So you're going to at least keep 850,000 people on this. You know what I mean?
Couldn't they find out through how they kept track of the pay-per-view buys?
Yes.
How many buys there were? I'm sure there is a way through the app they could find out how many views or how many purchases was on the app.
Well, no, they have they have the purchases, but people had a 7-day free trial. They're going to go back and they're going to shut down the free trial, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to get an exact number yet until after that 7 days up, right? But like me personally, I got the app and I kept it because the fucking TV shows on there. It has all the 30 for 30s and E60s and all these other shows, and it has a literal, and I'm not, they're not sponsoring us, guys, but it has hundreds of thousands of fight films we can watch. And to me, that's worth $4.99 a month. Yeah.
YouTube question. Rambo9 says, is it better to bob and weave than duck or parry shots?
Depends what your girlfriend wants that evening.
It don't, at that point, I would say personally, if it was my style, it would be, duck is kind of like bobbing and weaving, so I don't know that one. But parry shots is, I would say, I like to parry them. I mean, but it could be dangerous because you're still taking when you're parrying, you're leaving a punch closer to you, and it's still making contact with you, and you're still suffering somewhat of damage from that. But sometimes parrying is just easier, and you can stay more grounded and balanced when you fire back a shot. Bobbing, there was nothing wrong with that either, though. Bobbing and weaving.
I think it depends a lot on your opponent. It's not your opponent's going to dictate what's better for you. Guys like Kelly, they're taller, so it's harder for them to bob and slip under punches. They usually deflect. Taller guys like Kelly will deflect shots and use his elbows and his hands and move his head. But the shorter fighters like me and shorter fighters, out there, they'll slip under punches because it's easier for us. We have a lower center of gravity. So it's fighter dependent. I mean, there is no wrong way. No,
it all depends on the fight. The fighter's style. You know.
Basically, all roads lead to Rome, and if they result in a win, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yep. Damon says, Viking Herm asked me for my first place spot.
If you're curious on Viking Herm's fighting style, it usually is hack and slash. Then afterwards, it's drink and fuck.
Just then, Tracy shows up when Herm says drink and fuck. She shows up. What's up, Tracy?
Dylan Wells. Bob said Bud would fight 3-4 times a year.
I think Bob might be a little. I think Bob might be a little excited right now. I don't think that's going to happen. You're not going to get a current world champion fight more.
You fight him 3 or 4 times a year, and you don't fight one of the top other guys. You're going to start getting some fucking bitching going on about that.
Yeah, you fight 3 or 4 times a fucking year, and you're fighting 3 fucking bums. You know what I mean? Yep. Or whatever you want to call them. I don't know. But
you'll start getting fucking shit for that.
Yeah.
Man. So that means if he fights 3 or 4 times a year, you better toss a fucking Porter or Spence in there. And one of those 3 or 4.
Simon says, the original reason I intended to attend the Hall of Fame this year was because of how Lorraine Chargin treated me early in my career. I wanted to pay my respects. How was the induction?
It was really good, and I'm
Go ahead.
It was really good. And I don't remember anything because of one reason, but I didn't hear anything with Lorraine.
Did you see Tyson throw water on Don King?
That was at the banquet.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. They were at the other end.
Okay.
On my side of the table, on the other side of the podium was Winky Wright.
Yeah.
Cooney, Barrera, Morales, me, Robert Guerrero.
What blew me away is when you said Barrera and Morales are besties.
Yeah.
Dude,
fucking surprised the shit out of me, too.
They fucking hated each other.
They did.
People say, Barrera and Morales fought 3 times. No, motherfucker, they fought 6.
Yeah, I know.
They fought in the lobby of every fight.
Like the past year, I guess, this whole past year, they became close, and they're like gaudy war
Yeah, they're
close,
like buddies
like
now.
fucking good friends.
That's crazy because they fucking hate each other, and they would fight. Like every press conference was a fight, right? So I would say there was 6 fights between them and not 3.
That's funny you mentioned about Barrera, because Barrera was notorious for fucking
punching people right in the fucking mouth.
Right at the press conference or weigh-ins.
He punched. Remember when he punched Kenny McKinney right in the fucking mouth?
Mm-hmm. Punched the fuck God. I think everybody.
He punched Nassim Hamed in the fucking mouth. He punched everybody in the mouth. You say something. You say they get up there. They'd be like, I just want to say I want to be respectful for the champion. And he get that right. So, what do you mean? I was just saying respect you. No speaking English.
No.
I bet Viking Herm likes hit punching people for no reason. Don't you, Viking Herm?
That is Viking Herm's alarm clock. Usually he has someone punch him in the face. Wakey, wakey, fist to facey.
Will Viking Herm be in Dallas?
Much like the New York episode, Viking Herm will not be allowed in Dallas due to hacking, murdering, and slaughtering domesticated cattle. Who knew?
All right, YouTube comment. Rambo9, thanks for the tip, guys. I find it useful and do use the tips I can get from you guys. And I do go back and watch your fights, Kelly. Your fights against Taylor were good. Thank you. I appreciate it again, Rambo.
Well, we're going back to we're going back to a Technique Tuesday, so you can get a lot of tips from Technique Tuesday, guys. We're going to do a Technique Tuesday here in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure.
Now, here is a serious question on this, though. Do we allow Viking Herm there for Technique Tuesday?
Fuck no! Look at the weapons he has.
Yeah, because what if he gets excited?
And we have an axe in our back or an arrow. That's people aren't paying to see Viking Herm on Technique Tuesday. Cut somebody's head off with an axe.
Can he stand there in the back though as guard?
Yes, Viking Herm.
For anybody to come in and mess
Viking
with us.
Herm can do that.
People pay Viking Herm not to be at places, if you know what I mean.
But, let's go into some of the other fights.
All right, let's tap on to Santa Cruz.
Oh, that's the one, man. I love the fight. I enjoyed it.
And Jesse Vargas were watching that fight through 2 young kids in the Philippines on their TV. And so it was really hard to see it, but from what I seen, and Jesse agreed with me too, I mean, if it didn't look as good as the first fight. Now, they didn't seem like much was landing in that fight. Now, again, I didn't get to see it on good quality, clear vision, fucking television, but it looked like they were battling though. Now, you were able to see better than I can. What was your take on it?
It wasn't as good as the first fight. I'll admit to that. But it was an action-packed fight, and I think it is one of the fights of the year. I really do. Almost 2,000 punches landed. I had Leo up 116, 112, and like I said, I love both guys. I'm personal friends with both of them, so I always root for Robert's fighters. We know that, but I love Santa Cruz as a person, and I actually went to that fight, and I thought Abner was going to win that fight. I think he was going to make the adjustments. But I really don't know if you can make adjustments with a guy like Leo because of his punch output and his volume and the straight punches he throws. Because nothing's looping on him. If you ever see it, we're straight down the pike. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
And another thing you got to take into factor is that when you're that much shorter than your opponent, you're working harder just to try to get in to set up for shots. True. You know what I mean? Like you got 2 battles actually. Like one trying to get in place and get through the fucking hailstorm of long-range punches and then fire your other ones. And that's tough.
And one's 5'4", the other one's 5'9", 5'10", if you really want to be honest. But there's a great... Simon says, traditionally Mexico City, Chilangos are not liked by Mexicans of other states and cities. Barrera Morales is a classic match of that extra rivalry of their states. It's almost how an East Coast versus West Coast battle would begin. It also goes back to Barrera growing up in an upper middle class, more of a rich type family. And Morales basically been born on a dirt floor, and I think that led a lot to it. They kind of were just different guys, going into sport. They had separate soccer teams. I think something about soccer caused.
Yeah, I heard there was a whole
soccer
spew of shit.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of shit, and I think those personalities just kind of clash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Matt says, I watched the Cruz Morris fight. Thought it was a good fight. Were there or should there be a third fight?
I don't think so. I think we got what we're going to get out of it. I think there's good fights for both of them.
I don't think that it benefits either one of them to take the third fight.
I don't think so, other than money. But I think it's kind of ran its course now with that fight. You know what I mean? It's not like Golovkin and Canelo.
I'm sorry. I like both of the guys, but they weren't. I don't know if it's the weight or lower, but they weren't that entertaining for me to watch the third one. I'm not just saying like Castillo, Corrales, or the Gotti Wars. Those were like fights that you could watch 6 of them.
Yeah, but I think there's good fights out there for Leo. Like maybe Gary Russell Jr. would have been a great fight for him.
Yeah.
Or
I would like to see that one.
And I honestly, I said it right on our private page, on our fan page, our private fan page, that I have Leo Santa Cruz beating Gary Russell, and I'll tell you why. Let's see if you disagree. Gary Russell's a great counterpuncher. He's not an offensive weapon by any means. He's a great counter. He'll make you pay. You'll miss. You'll pay. The best way to beat a counterpuncher in this sport is to have high volume punches and stay busy the whole time. It's hard to counterpunch when you never quit punching.
But Gary Russell fucking didn't get tired in his last fight and withstood a lot of punches and fired a lot of punches.
But Jojo Diaz is not Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz has major power. And also, he doesn't get hurt. And Gary Russell shows he can be hurt. He was hurt multiple times by Jojo Diaz. If Santa Cruz landed those same shots with the experience he has, do you think Gary Russell's going to weather that?
I think Gary Russell wins that fight.
Do you?
Yeah. And not when I say convincingly, like not like a blowout, but he wins it. When he goes to the scorecards, you know who won.
We're looking at a 32-year-old man against a 28.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just looking at how I sees it.
I know how you see it, but if I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong.
I got a question. Was you born an asshole, or was this something that just came about over time?
I built up to it.
Yeah, I get asked that question all the time too.
No, I'm just saying.
How about you, Viking Herm? Was you born an asshole, or? Oh, I should have said that.
Are you calling Viking Herm an asshole?
Absolutely not.
Nope, not at all.
That's what I thought that you both said.
Leo wins, and Delilah, I have to agree with you. I don't agree with you much on your choice of military service liking.
That's what I thought.
And your choice of men, but I'm going to have to agree with you on your boxing. I said Leo wins, Delilah, not fucking Kelly. She really pay attention. She just looks at you like a fucking... I agree with guns. Leo Russell's going to win.
Yeah.
Leo Santa Russell. Gina's watching. Hey, Gina. But no,
I hope they make that fight.
Jojo Diaz hurt Gary Russell at least 3 to 4 times in that fight.
James, listen, you may be 100% fucking correct on the fact
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying it for the audience.
Okay, I know. I'm just saying too, though, because you're making these little points on this.
Oh, yeah.
And those are good because that's what people want to hear.
That's my job.
But I'm just stating the fact that I think Gary Russell is going to win that fight.
I know, and I'm saying that Leo's going to win. But what I'm saying is that Jojo hurt Gary multiple times. He just was not experienced enough to follow up on that. Leo is a guy with 34 fights.
Do you think Jojo really hurt Gary in that fight? You think Gary got hurt in that fight?
Go back on the 6th, the 9th, and 12th round. You'll see it every time when he got hurt.
He might have a little bit in the 12th, the last round, but...
He hit the ropes. He went about 8 feet back and hit the ropes, in the 9th?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I just think that Leo's the bigger puncher. Leo's a lot bigger puncher. And something has to be said for 120 punches a round. It's not easy to combat. And then you throw a punch, which Gary's going to throw this sniping left.
How many punches did Diaz throw around?
Nowhere near that.
I say he was in the 90s, high 80s.
I don't think so. We got Justin look it up.
Yeah, who? We'll Justin look it up. David, look it up. Please.
Tank Davis for Santa Cruz. Gary can box. That hand speed is real. Gary can box, but one shot at a time is not going to do the job.
He landed more than one at a time against Diaz.
Diaz is not Leo.
I mean, he kind of gave, that was a little while on, but it wasn't that bad of a fight against Lomachenko.
Lomachenko was a volume puncher. Look what Lomachenko did to him. Lomachenko hit with combinations.
Can I sing a song after the fight? Cry me a river.
I don't know. I just got Leo winning that fight. I I'm not going to say Leo's the better fighter because he's not. He's not the most athletic fighter. He's not the better fighter. But he's the busier fighter, and he's the more physical.
Again, not just saying this. I mean, I can see your point on it. I truly can. I can see where you're coming from on it. I understand. You make a valid point.
Justin, can you look up the punch stats for Joseph Diaz against Gary Russell, please? I'm trying to figure out how many punches he landed per round.
Damon said, sorry, Tank Davis versus Santa Cruz. Gary can box. That hand speed is real.
Tank's too big. Tank's 130 that. Walks right at 155.
What do they fight at? 122?
26.
26?
Yeah, he's too big. But, like I said, let's face it. Tank has his own issues.
Simon said Diaz averaged 40.9 punches.
I told you. He had a 40.9. We got it.
Nowhere near 80. Aggressive style, everything else still was nothing on Gary Russell. Well, Gary Russell actually tired him out. Ta-da! How many punches did Gary Russell throw, Simon?
That's what you just...
No, he said Diaz average.
Oh, Diaz, that's...
Gary Russell threw a good amount of punches in that fight, too.
Russell trumped Diaz's accuracy as Russell threw a personal best 992 total punches.
Okay, how much?
That's not bad at all.
Break it down for 12 rounds.
So he threw 900-some punches. That's pretty damn
Divided
good.
by 12.
Russell averaged 82.6.
There you go.
That's not bad. That's a nice high output.
It is a nice output, but it's not 100.
And now you got to go into the part of like with the speed of Gary Russell, and when he starts hitting with some peppering you with some of them shots, is fucking Santa Cruz going to be able to throw that many punches still?
Yes.
You say that now, but I'm saying like when the fight happens, if you're getting peppered in the fucking face, if I had a fly keep doing this to me the entire time, I'm going to be doing other shit. I'm going to be doing this all the time.
But when you're doing it with a guy that has a great chin and a guy that can punch, like Gary Russell can be hurt, it makes a big difference. If you're throwing BBs at me,
really?
I'm not saying you personally. If you're throwing BBs at me and I'm throwing fucking shotgun shells at you, there's a big difference.
I would go to jail and you would get away with the shotgun shells if you're talking about BBs. You really ought to say BBs.
No, if you're throwing BBs at somebody and they're throwing fucking and they're throwing shotgun slugs at you, it don't matter how many you're throwing.
I understand, but sometimes when you got a guy like Gary Russell with that speed, it takes away that volume because people are afraid to throw too much.
But what is Gary Russell doing that's going to really confuse a guy like Leo? What is he doing?
He's good. He's his hand speed, peppering the fuck out of him, hitting him like he did Diaz. I understand
Diaz.
A
guy like Flanagan, yes, and a guy like Abner. You fight those guys, you can fight anybody.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
I like Santa Cruz too, honestly. And I really had him first pick.
I just think Gary Russell can be hurt, and I think he's getting older, and also.
If they fight the next fight,
Leo's fighting 3.
I would definitely have Gary Russell.
Leo's fighting 2 times a year, 3 times a year. Gary Russell's fighting 1 time every 2 years.
No, but Gary Russell looked sharp as fuck his last fight. He sure did.
No, he's not a Lomachenko, but he's sure the fuck better than Abner Mares is when he fights. Or he's sure the fuck better than Jojo Diaz when he fights.
I mean, fucking Santa Cruz gets hit with heads a lot in the fight. I think in the first fight, he got fucking hit more by a headbutt.
Simon says, Russell threw nice 10-punch combo, but was gassed the rest of the round. When has Leo been gassed?
I didn't really think he was gassed. I didn't see it until like later in the fight. I honestly did not see it. I thought actually his fucking punches and the snap and speed he had on his punches were every bit as good as each round went on. Yeah. I think that's why he beat Diaz. He took the heart rate out of Diaz because Diaz was trying to steal the end of the rounds and would land some good punches and good body shots, was working that body very well. And as the fight progressed to like 4th, 5th, and 6th round, Gary Russell was coming back out with the same speed and the same sharpness and fucking cracking the shit out of Diaz, and I think that took the heart rate out of Diaz because of his conditioning and hand speed.
Well, Damon said
Diaz thought that he was investing in that fucking body, and that was going to pay off for him in the 5th and 6th round. And when Russell was coming out and fucking hitting him with 4-piece combos like KFC, he was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Damon said Lomachenko's the only one who shut Russell down. He shut Russell down 3 years ago. This is an older Russell. And Lomachenko
was still fairly old in the sport. He
Lomachenko is a different level of fighter than most people. We've already established that.
I agree with that.
We've established that. He's better than anybody. So that comment really carries very little weight. You know what I mean?
What do you think, like Herm? Sitting here all...
All of these numbers confuse Viking Herm. The only number Viking Herm knows how to count to is 10, because that's the amount of enemy ears I hang from my belt.
How about that? Take that one to the bank.
I'm talking about particular round. I'm talking about that particular round. Second, third, and line 10 punch. He regains stamina for future rounds, but he's not sure how he'll deal with the fast-paced fight against Santa Cruz. I have to agree with Simon.
Okay.
James Leo ain't Olympic. We know he's not Olympian, but I'm picking Leo over Russell. Yeah, I'm picking Leo over too. I mean, I just think...
Hold up. Russell Jr. stopped the super combo punching and was shooting 5-6 jabs at a time. I concur, Damon.
Yeah, but we also know a jab is a low-impact type punch. You don't get tired of that. 5 or 6 jabs. Santa Cruz is no Lomachenko. He's not shutting down. No one's saying that Santa Cruz is going to shut him down. Only you're saying that, Damon. What I'm saying is...
Can we make this fucking fight happen?
What I'm saying is he's going to fucking beat him. I'm not saying he's going to shut him down.
Take bets, everything. Let's make this fucking fight happen like now.
Yeah, but they're thinking they're thinking... Let me...
I'll go promote this fucker. I'll empty my fucking account out right now.
Let me explain this real slow. I'm not saying that this is going to be an easy fight. I am saying if I had to bet...
Yeah, why are you getting all touchy, though?
If I had to bet 500 nickels, right, on this fucking fight, I'm saying Leo Santa Cruz beats Gary Russell.
Why you gotta get all tight about it? Get very personal, like get in front of the camera and up in it and be like...
Because it's a fucking, what do you call it? It's called a, what's that news thing when they have that thing at the end? You know when they talk, when they have that serious talk? No. Yeah, it's one of those. But Santa Cruz, no, he's not Lomachenko. And he's probably not the greatest featherweight in the top 10 in history. But what he does is he does well.
He struggled with Mars. It's 2 fights.
On who?
With Abner.
You're supposed to. Abner's a great fucking fighter.
Well,
would you call this fight a struggle for him? Most people had us haven't won 17-11.
Yeah, I had to watch it on a Filipino kid's fucking TV in the Philippines with a fucking rooster in the room. It kept cocking. Is that what it's called?
How am I sleeping on Russell? We know what Russell's about all these years. I'm saying this. He's older.
David, he's getting mad, dude. We can't argue this.
No, I'm not getting madder, but they're thinking I'm sleeping on this fucking guy. I saw this guy, and Damon said JoJo hurt Russell too. All of a sudden, Russell's a fucking great, unstoppable force in the fucking sport.
He's fucking very good, and he got beat by a very great fighter. Listen,
he got beat by a fighter with 3 fights.
Santa Cruz is fucking good, but I'm just saying, first you keep using a punch output, but I've seen plenty of times people with a high punch out rate when they fight somebody that fast. That takes away that the guy can't do it when he's got fists in his face. Russell has a very good conditioning. He got beat by a guy with 3 fights, correct? Yeah, but that's fucking Lomachenko. Oh, okay. I'm just wondering. Okay. It only counts sometimes. But you already said that you can't count against Lomachenko because Lomachenko's that great. But what I'm saying is it only counts sometimes, right? And then you got Damon, so you get mad. I'm not getting mad. I'm stating a fact here. That we're sleeping on Gary Russell. No, I stated an opinion. If you don't agree with me, fuck off. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying this is what the show does. We talk about it, and if you don't agree, fine. We'll wait for the show, and then don't change your opinion when the fight changes. I'm not changing my opinion. I'm not talking about you. Oh. JoJo hurt him. No, he didn't. He didn't fucking hurt him at all. He is getting hot. David, did you see him over up in the camera, too? He was like... Oh, he hurt him in the 9th too, if you look, but that's okay. No, I'm not getting mad. Diaz is not a bad fighter. I mean, you might be able to hurt people. What? I mean, I thought a lot of people thought JoJo was going to give him a lot better fight than what he did. He said he's going to count lights. Damon's going to be counting another job here in a fucking minute. No, you got to have the whole team put in on that. Everybody has to cast a vote. I ain't fucking with these fools, man. They all fucking go. Well, I don't give a fuck. It could just be me and a cell phone. Call it. Guys, call my phone. You guys need to call him. Look, man, I'm just saying. I stated an opinion, and these motherfuckers want to jump at me down my throat like... No, I did not jump on your throat. I didn't say you. But you kind of jumped down my throat on my disagreement. I'm just saying these motherfuckers jump down your throat like I'm not allowed to have one. Only they can fucking have one. I'm just saying. Well, when time calls, we need Viking Herman here. Viking Herman, you got my back on this?
With James stating that he's sleeping on men and Kelly watching TV with cocks, things are getting really weird in the studio. This is why the fight is going to need to be made. Fans want it bad because there's disagreement on what will happen.
There is, obviously. There is. But I think, I don't know. I just think Leo is harder to beat than
Simon, I do agree with you on that. Sorry, I think you already commented on it. But
that's fine.
No, I agree, though. I mean, it's they got to be made. And I think right now boxing is slowly, after the 2017 year and so far this year, they are making better fights, though. We can't bitch too much, but you want to see the top, and it has to happen. I mean,
Stephen Johnson, oversensitive clowns. I wonder who he's referring to on that one. But I don't know. I just think that Leo is I think Leo is the I think people think that Leo is an easier win than it is.
no, I don't think.
No,
that.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general.
I mean,
think Leo has more skills than people give him credit for. If you saw him fight, you would. A lot of people would say.
I think the Russell Santa Cruz fight would be a good fight. Now, when I say about that, because yes, he does have a high punch out rate, and he's tall. He's taller for his weight class. But now I'll just give him my reason to take on the fight. But at the same time, I think that Russell could get inside and he could use that hand speed. He is good defensively too. He's just a fast, athletic fighter. Yeah. And I think that it'll be a pretty tough fight. But throughout the 12 rounds, I see Gary Russell winning like 7 or 8 rounds easily, or convincingly.
Yeah.
That's why I see
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with how talented he is, because he is fucking talented. But I'm bringing it down just to the style of that fight. That's a bad style for a guy like Gary Russell. That is a very bad style for him. Just because of Leo has punching power. Leo can punch, and that he throws a lot of punches. And I don't know. And for the same reason that you said, when you got a lot of punches coming at you, it's hard to throw something back.
I think the speed of Russell, though, is going to neglect.
But what about timing? What about the timing on Santa Cruz? The timing.
I didn't see how good that timing is. I've watched him fight.
Well, when you look at it without a 5-inch screen.
I watched his.
You were looking at it with a 5-inch screen.
The second one, I watched the first one though. I'm saying he got hit with more fucking headbutts.
Dude, you were looking at it through a 5-inch screen and Don King's cock magnifying glass, looking at it like this to see the fight. Go home and look at it on your 60-inch.
It still was easy enough to see, though. I mean, you watch stuff on your phone.
Yeah, but I also looked at it on the big screen later on. Did you see the timing the guy have throwing the shots? Okay, guys, where you put that fight? I think Leo's reach, output, and meat hammers for hands puts Russell on his back foot. Maybe he beats Leo Santa Cruz pot shotting, but I agree. I have to agree with Eric too on this. But you know what? The thing is, this is what we need for boxing. We need to argue this shit. You know what I mean? Some people are just in bed with.
Fuck you.
Some people are just in bed with Gary Russell after seeing him fight for the first 3 years. That dude's been off for 3 years, man.
You say are you pointing that at me?
No, not you.
That's what I thought. No.
Not you. If Russell could consistently get off first, then he wins easier than most people think.
I had a YouTube question from Rikki Rockett, Pavlik. Who do you think Jeff Horn could beat now after the beating he took?
Jeff Horn's not a bad fighter. He's not a bad fighter.
At that weight, though, I don't know.
I
think he beat Danny Garcia.
Can he make 140?
No, 147.
Yeah, but can he make 140?
No. But at 47, I think he can beat Danny Garcia.
We're waiting for the next one.
What's that?
No, I'm waiting for the next one. After you said Danny Garcia, I'm just like, yep.
Yeah. Danny Garcia.
Brandon Rios, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Brandon, I love Brandon, but he's older.
Yeah.
Rios. Gambo when he comes back.
Yeah, by knockout. Yeah, he'd be some of them guys like that. But I don't think he beats Spence. I don't think he beats Porter. He definitely don't beat Porter.
Stephen Casper says Leo's.
Tell you what, that'd be a brutal fight to watch him and Porter.
Stephen Casper said Leo's height and reach are going to give Russell problems. I think so too. I really do. Leo's fan base is 100. That would be a good money maker. It is. It's huge. You would sell California out.
Who?
Leo Santa Cruz fighting. His fan base is huge because he is a personable guy. He's nice. Dervinchenko and versus Charlo for the IBF crown on Bounce Network. Heard it here first. I can see that. I can see it, but I've also, if we want to get into some good rumors, guys.
Steven Johnson, Hornet versus Garcia would be a joke. Danny is sneaky good.
Danny is sneaky old, too. Danny is sneaky old overnight, guys.
Dude, I think, Horn is a strong fucking rough fighter. And I think he beats up Danny Garcia. I truly do. I don't think it's pretty, but I think he beats up Danny Garcia.
Melissa says, what do you think about Golden Boy's final offer of Triple G for Canelo rematch? They offered Triple G 43% of the purse with the deadline tomorrow. It's not their last offer. No. They say that. They're going to keep offering like fucking assholes because they want to make this fight. They're just trying to play. It's just a typical business power move. Justin could tell you that more than anybody else. They're just trying to put some pressure on him.
That's ridiculous. Actually, you know what? If shit didn't happen, I still would have had like a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
Now, I personally think that Triple G should get like 60%.
That's not. Canelo, but Canelo's the one that brings the fans in, not Triple G.
I understand, but after all that shit, then I don't think at this point. I don't know. It takes a lot away from the fight because of that fucking accusation or the failure of that.
It takes away. It takes away because if Canelo wins, it's because he juiced.
He's juiced. If he loses, because he's off the shit.
Because he's off the shit. So,
so that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's a lot of things that come into play with that.
And you know what? Let me be honest now. Do you know what's hurting Triple G? Abel Sanchez won't shut the fuck up. Abel Sanchez on his little smart ass quips.
He always does
commercials,
that,
but it's hurting him.
I know.
A lot of fighters when they
Abel's a fucking instinct. Like Abel, somebody need to take the fucking shit away from Abel. Like media outlets.
Take the microphone from Abel because he talks so much fucking shit.
Yeah.
And you'll see this from trainers when they train a fighter for a lot of years, guys. You'll see it. They train a fighter for a lot of years and they get emotionally invested with this fighter. And then they start acting as their mouthpiece. You saw it with Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao for a lot of years. You see it with Abel now and Triple G. You've seen it. What would you have done if your trainer started talking for you and doing commercials, eating steak, and making basically set your fighter up for even a bigger beating? You know what I mean?
Yep. Hey, David goes, Kelly Palick, have you ever been offered to throw a fight? Yeah, 2 of them.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
The mob? Mm-hmm. That's fucking badass.
That's why you think I only have 2 losses.
Funny thing about that, those are my bigger purses.
They were, too. Fuck yeah, I'll throw them. Okay?
Kelly.
Any more you want?
Hey, this whole Martinez thing, we're going to give you $6 million, but we're going to give you $20 million in your dad's account. Yeah. All right. What do you want me to do? I want you to bleed, and I want you to just hit a wall in the 9th round.
You want me to whack him off on the way out?
Well,
no, I was never ever pro. You know what? And I don't think it happens anymore in boxing. I think, we brought this up with like throwing the basketball series and NFL games. It might be possible in that, and I still don't want to say that. It's really hard. I mean, from a professional athlete standpoint, it's hard. Boxing, though, on the flip side of it, where I could say maybe fixed, I think that comes down to the judges and the promoters. I think there's definitely some influence there on scorecards and judging of fights.
Of course, yeah.
But in a fight without the fighters even knowing, a fighter goes in, even during the fight, like the last thing on your mind when you're winning a fight is like, I'm going to get robbed.
Yeah.
Unless you're really experienced and you got robbed like 5 times.
Yeah.
So, no, as far as the fighters getting approached to do shit, no. But other than that, behind the scenes, I think there's some bullshit.
Simon says, if Joe Goosen fixed a fight, he would say, take a little shot and get a little ding.
Yeah.
That's funny. But,
you ever fix a fight, Viking Herm?
Viking Herm has never been offered to throw a fight. He only throws axes. Usually afterwards, Viking laugh, villagers scream, and villages burn. It's good time.
So I'm allowed to bring this up, guys. I just can't say who said it. But a high-level trainer in the sport, one of the top 5 trainers in the sport, I was talking to the other day, and 4 days ago maybe, and he was telling me that Crawford's already in negotiations with Amir Khan, that this fight may be happening.
Okay. That fight gets made. We definitely, in my opinion, got to talk about Crawford being in the top 3. You agree with me on this one?
I agree. I think Amir Khan wins the fight.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you why Amir Khan wins this fight. He's the bigger man. His chin is not as bad as people are saying because he is in a weight that he's comfortable with. He's shown it against some of the other fighters that he can take a shot. He fucking hits hard. It's been proven by how many of other fighters have came out and said that he's the hardest puncher they've dealt with.
He does hit hard.
He does. We just had Chris Algieri say he was one of the hardest punchers he ever dealt with. Mikey Garcia said he was the hardest puncher. And Manny Pacquiao said he was one of the hardest punchers he's ever sparred with. So it's telling me, guys, that this guy can fucking crack and he's fast.
But here's my thing. I don't think that Crawford has enough to hurt him, especially if it's going to be only his second fight at welterweight. But on the flip side of that, it would be a fight that I couldn't bet. Like, sitting here talking to you guys,
I couldn't bet.
I'd be like, fucking Amir Khan is going to win it.
No.
But if you told me because of the weak fucking glass chin of Khan, I couldn't bet on that fight.
And my thing on the intangibles is this, Kelly.
Unless he was a big underdog, then I would take the chance.
Well, my thing, 20-1. My thing is this. My thing is this. How do we know Crawford's power followed him up? We can't tell in the horn fight. If I knew that power had followed, I would give Crawford even a better. But
going back, I think some has. I do. Again, he broke down Horn. And the only way you break people down is when you got something that fucking hurts them.
And you know what, Frankie? I agree. Crawford is one of those guys that has a plan A, plan B, plan C. He's one of those guys that knows how to adjust a game plan. He's one of the smartest guys. He's one of the most smartest guys in the sport. A lot of people don't realize that about Crawford. He can adjust. Yeah,
I just don't think I'm sorry. I think right now, if Khan had a good chin, I think Khan we'd be talking about pound for pound champion or pound for pound number one fighter. I think you're talking about a fucking one of the all-time greats. That's how good Khan is, truly.
Well, Simon,
even the fights he got knocked out in. Look what he was doing, though.
There's not a lot of fights out there for a guy like Amir Khan. And Crawford's running pretty low right now with all the welterweights fighting each other. You know what I mean? No. So they need to make something, and they know they're talking about in Wembley they can sell 80,000 seats for this fight. You know what I mean? So I think there's money to be made, but I just think Amir Khan's a guy that's fought at 54. I mean, he's a bigger guy. He's 5'10", he's 54, and I'm not sold that he. I think every time that we've seen him get knocked out, it's been against a bigger man. Like Canelo was a bigger man. Danny Garcia was a bigger man in that fight. He was a bigger guy. He was a bigger, stronger guy. I think maybe when he's a bigger, and I've seen him take punches with certain fighters. So it just, look, he took Maidana's best and didn't get knocked out. That says something. If you take Maidana, might have been one of the pound for pound hardest punchers of that time period, right? He took Maidana's shots. And so that's one thing people are not realizing. Did he fight Eric Morales too? He fought Eric Morales and Amir Khan and beat them both.
Frankie, I don't think Khan beats Spence. No, I do not.
No. Let's live back in this universe.
Well, Steve Casper gave me. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. And no, it wasn't your fault. It was not your fault there. The reason why I think Khan beats Spence, or Spence beats Khan, comes down to chin, and Spence will eventually catch Khan. And again, I'm not overdoing it when I say that Khan's chin is really that fucking weak. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody that's watched him fight or knows boxing knows that it does not take much to knock Amir Khan out.
No, but I think,
and it's brutal knockouts too. And every time you get knocked out like that, it just makes your chance of fucking surviving a good shot that much more less. It's just no. I don't see him beating Spence.
I think Spence is too big. Spence is another guy that's bigger.
But until he gets, I do think this. Until Amir Khan gets knocked out, I have him winning on points. I do.
Yeah. Well, Khan's gonna outbox the majority of people. I just don't know if Crawford's gonna beat him. I really don't know. And again, I have Crawford number 2 on my pound for pound list. The only reason I am saying, because I don't live in the future, or I don't live in potential fights. I live in the present. And right now, Crawford's done everything expected and asked of him to put him where he's at.
Yeah, but I still look at it as like pound for pound is like who's the pound for pound fighters now, like the best fighters.
Lomachenko, Crawford,
but
Errol Spence.
So I look at it like Spence is better than Crawford.
And I would say I don't have Spence and Crawford that close, 50-50. Do you?
No.
I have that like a 70-30 fight in Spence's favor. He's just a bigger, stronger man.
Sergio Borges goes, Kelly, did you not think that Bud outdid himself on Saturday?
I think he looked great.
I don't think he outdid himself, but no, he did he did a good job. I wouldn't say it was a great performance. a little sloppy.
How has Khan been exposed? He's outboxed everybody that he's fought. He's never been outboxed by anybody. He's been knocked out.
If you're saying he's been exposed on his chin,
that's fine, yeah.
I mean,
but if you're saying he's been exposed as a boxer,
yeah, he's been exposed for years on his chin.
But he's never been exposed as a boxer.
Absolutely not.
That dude will eat your ass up.
He outboxed everybody that he was fighting.
Everybody he's fought, he outboxed. I look like he had Danny Garcia on his way out to ride the bike out of the ring, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
He had Canelo to lump the fuck up. Well, there's always doubt until the fight happens.
Yeah, I don't see Spence versus Crawford 50-50. And again, okay, Crawford is a very good fucking fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of going to go on what James is saying here. I just think Crawford, the timing of where he's going at this point is the reason why I don't see him beating these two guys. Like Amir Khan, I ain't going to lie to you, I thought Amir Khan was kind of out of the fucking equation for a minute, out of the scene. And all of a sudden, he's back, like, being talked about. You know, because he really wasn't.
Well,
he wasn't, though. A year and a half ago, he wasn't talked about.
He come in and beat a solid guy. LaGreco's a solid guy.
Yeah.
He's not a world beater.
Now I got everybody fucking talking about Khan now.
He was the guy that went 8 rounds with Spence, right?
Yeah.
And been solid. And Amir come and smash this dude in 38 fucking seconds.
Yeah, so got everybody talking. So Khan's back, but now Khan is back in the picture. And I'm not saying it because of the last fight against Greco. I'm saying it because Khan is fucking good. And then, obviously, you know, you got Spence at welterweight right now, who is just a fucking monster and a technically sound fighter. And I think it's going to be hard for Crawford just coming up from junior welterweight. So that's taking nothing away from Crawford's fighting ability and skills. It's not. It's just like the timing of it is fucked up.
Well,
and Khan is and the reason why I say Khan too, outboxing him, because Khan's a bigger guy who's fought at higher weight and fought bigger guys. So
yeah, I mean, you can't argue that. I would put Crawford Amir Khan at 50-50 fight. I would be comfortable with a 50-50 fight on that
because of Khan's chin. Yes,
but on skills,
no.
On skills, I think Amir Khan might be the better skilled guy. But a guy willing to adapt better, I think Crawford's the one that can adapt better. I don't know, but what do you guys think about Khan and Hurd? Well, let's talk about Charlo right now. Anyway, let's talk about the Charlo. Trout fight. Let me tell you guys, I'm gonna be the first to say it. Both Charlos are talented fucking guys. They are. I'm not gonna sit there and. Just because how I feel about them personally is not going to take away from the fact of the talent that they do have as fighters. But these kids need fucking home training. They're assholes. They're fucking assholes. And Jamal Charlo did not look good against Austin Trout. He did what he was supposed to do against Austin Trout, but Austin Trout has been pretty much out of the game for a long time. He shouldn't be fighting anymore. And Austin Trout took him to fucking...
I can't say too much on it. I didn't have the chance. Like I said, I was just lucky enough to catch the 2 fights that I caught with the schedule that I had going.
LaGreco, Spence was 3 rounds.
But Charlo should have took out Trout or beat him convincingly. Like, I understand that you said the fight was a lot that Charlo won that fight.
Charlo won it hands down, but should have it went 12 rounds. Somebody from the show said LaGreco Spence was 3 rounds. No, it was 1 round. It was 38 seconds. The fight was. It was
Khan, or was he talking about?
No, LaGreco versus Spence was 3 rounds.
So I thought that.
No, we're talking about LaGreco Khan. I don't know how long that fight between LaGreco and Spence was. I really don't know. I know Spence beat the shit out of him.
Here we go on with Frankie. Frankie says, "I'm a big fan of Charlo's in and out the ring. Do you believe the Charlos are the future, or are they selling wolf tickets? Will Mel would have fought Child on a Spence card this Saturday?"
I think they can be the future of the sport. I really do. I think it's there. I think it's their attitude that's going to hold them back right now.
I think outside of the ring is what's going to hurt them, Frank. You're a fan of them out, in and out. I think here's the difference about that, Frankie. We talked about this, I think, 2 shows ago. Guys like Mayweather who are mouthy and cocky. But Mayweather did it in a very professional way and knew what he was doing, and mostly did it at press conferences and at the weigh-ins and shit like that. He didn't go cause big fucking scenes in the foyer of hotel rooms and at casinos. And like the Charlos are going to end up getting somebody hurt outside the ring because they don't know exactly what they're doing as far as that goes. That's not really selling tickets. I'm sorry, but not too many people know of the Charlos outside of the main boxing people. So outside the ring, I can't say that to respect them for that. I respected like guys like Mayweather to Camachos and shit like that for what they did outside the ring because it was obvious that they were businessmen and that they were doing that.
Not flaring their nose and yelling at a city that could fuck them up.
Yeah.
They're in L.A. What are they doing in L.A.? He wins a fight. He wins a fucking fight. He's trying to fight it. And he's trying to fight Gabe Rosado in the crowd. Do you know what I mean? Does that even make sense? You just defended your title and you're trying to fight Gabe Rosado and you're making comments, fuck you, LA, fuck Los Angeles.
That's the shit I'm talking about. Yeah, you're like, you're pissing more people off. You're going to cause some shit at a fight.
Well,
that
my favorite thing was this. Here's my thing on this. And tell me you agree. He's not saying this shit in Oklahoma. He's not saying this shit in Michigan. He's saying this shit in Los Angeles, California, where these motherfuckers will take their heads off.
Yeah, or New York, if you New York same way.
But why do they do this? Why do they start shit? And they have. We've been to 3 events. They started shit. They start every shit, some kind of riot, trying to fight Rosado. Who Rosado hangs out with a bunch of Philly goons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, and Rosado don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is this. Don't start some shit and then call for the LAPD to fucking get you out of the arena like they did that night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the dangerous part. Again, Mayweather did it at a fucking press conference and shit like that. When the press conference was over, he went about his way, went to the fucking gym, went home, this, that, blah, blah, blah. It was over. And just the media and the fighters got a taste of it, and it was put out there to the public. And that stirred up interest and got people wanting to see the fight and like, yeah, Mayweather's an asshole, blah, blah. But they knew that was the extent of his fucking cockiness and arrogance. All right? These guys are taking it like they're starting, you said it, riots and big fucking, almost big brawls in cities with guys like street motherfuckers there, and like shit's gonna pop off eventually at something like that. Like
when we were in New York and they started shit, we had to get out of the hallway because I didn't want to get shot.
Exactly,
did you?
Exactly. Like innocent, and they will resort to that. Like innocent people will eventually get hurt. You will have a woman walking through the fucking foyer of the hotel, minding her own business, and 16 motherfuckers that, where half of them know how to fight, are fucking stampeding people. You know what I mean? Like, Simon, that's the shit that I'm saying where it's ridiculous.
Simon said the entourage Saturday that made me think they were going to start shit was the Benavides crew, but they were professional.
What would you do if you got caught in a riot in the middle of a foyer, waking Herm?
Vikings don't have foyers.
Nobody is dumb enough to fight with the Viking. Although to go back to wolf tickets, I'm more interested in that. I have a loincloth made from wolf skin that I use on super sexy Saturday Viking time.
The thing is this, and I've said it before. If you're going to talk that kind of shit, be about that shit. Be about that lifestyle for real. Don't talk shit, fuck LA, fuck you all in LA, and then call the LAPD to walk you out of there. Yeah. Like they did in New York. They did the same thing. They called NYPD to walk them out after they were going to fuck everybody up in Brooklyn, right? You need to take your ass back to Texas and learn to shut the fuck up at that point. And you know what? These guys are fucking great fighters. They are good fighters, and they don't have anything to prove.
They're good right now.
What I'm saying is they have the potential to be great fighters.
They do.
And
yes.
The thing is this, and I've said it before. You know how you make money in boxing? Well, but you know how to make money in boxing? You fucking win. You fucking win. Put
up or shut up.
Your fist do the talking for you.
And you fight people. You fight the fucking guys. You fight the top guys also, not the old Austin Trouts and shit like that. And David says, I think Jamar Charlo will make real noise. And never lose sight, there's always Charlo type fighters. Their fans like the fighters who act thuggish. Okay, but let's keep going back and naming guys like I said, Mayweather, Camacho, Zab Judah. Guys, they stirred up the shit in a different way, is what I'm saying.
We can check their bank. We can compare bank accounts any day because of those guys to those guys.
Exactly, like the thuggish, they like the thuggish act. But what I'm saying is, this thuggish act is going to. Okay, where do you draw the line between putting on a front or selling tickets and getting motherfuckers hurt and getting shit that pops off? What is the difference? Like, where do you draw the line on that? Is what I'm saying. Like, there is a difference, and a lot of people don't know because they haven't seen it firsthand. But like James said, in California, of all places, and you bring up shit like that, it's a totally different thing. I mean, now you're condoning fucking bad, like real bad shit. Condoning what Mayweather does and like, oh, that's his personality, or he's doing that to sell tickets. That's fucking cool. There's nothing wrong with that because it ain't bad and it is business. But when you start taking fucking crime and shit like that and big riots and fights in a public place, now that's not cool. I'm sorry, it's not, and that's the role of it.
It is, and yeah, I agree 100% with you. I just think that if you're going to be about that lifestyle, be about it, and you can't be on it part-time. If you're going to be a thug, be a fucking thug. Say fuck LA, go out there and prove fuck LA. Prove it. Mm-hmm. If you're going to fuck Youngstown, Ohio, come over and fuck Youngstown, Ohio. If you're going to fuck Dallas, go in there and fuck Dallas. You know what I mean? Yeah. But be about it. Don't say it and then... I mean, we got guys like Gervonta Davis sitting there hitting Twitter day in and out, hitting a nice fucking guy like Jamel Herring, right? Mm. Calling out Jamel Herring, talking shit. Look, man, I'm not telling you. I'm saying Jamel Herring is a nice fucking guy. One of the nicest guys in the sport. And Jamel Herring will not answer him back. So everybody's taking Jamel as a pussy. No, that dude has fucking class.
Class.
He served 6 years in the fucking Marine Corps, and he says he lets his fist dude talk in the ring. Why is he going to argue on Twitter with this guy?
Exactly. Because after he beats fucking, or if take what I'm saying on that, if Tank Davis beats Jamel, how does that make you look too? Like, I still look at it like that. Why you talk shit about the guys you're getting ready to beat? You call them a bum, or they can't fight, they can't do this, and you beat them. How does that make you look? I know that sounds corny when I say that, but it's the truth.
No, Frankie, what I'm saying is if somebody's going to Dallas and they're saying fuck Dallas, you got to prove that shit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Well, 2 guys against the whole city.
And fuck, Compton ain't shit. That's fucking all overplayed. I grew up 3 miles from there.
It's not 1993 anymore.
Nah. You take his ass to Hawaiian Gardens.
Hey,
take their ass to Hawaiian Gardens.
Check it out. 4 years ago, that's like Youngstown ranked higher than Compton and the most per capita most dangerous cities to live in.
There's places in Youngstown I won't walk.
Superman won't even come to Youngstown.
Fuck that. Yeah. But no, I mean, there's...
And that is a fact, too. Youngstown did rank higher. It was Gary, Indiana, Youngstown, Ohio, then Compton, number 3. Yep. So...
no,
Danny... Dub one.
Danny put them in their place, and so did Andrade that night. You remember Andrade was in the hallway arguing with them when we were in the hallway. Yeah, and I was like, dude, we're going to get fucking shot in this hallway.
Like, if you want to do it, like, again, do it in a better way.
Esteban's asking, I like Esteban. I see him. He posts a lot of intelligent stuff. How do you guys see Mikey Garcia versus Easter playing out? Easter has not looked good in his past 2 fights, failing to utilize his God-given reach. I think Easter loses, which I have Mikey win. I think Easter finds a new trainer.
Yeah, we got a fucking kid. He's my homie, Marcus Hall.
Marcus Hall.
Mikey was that fight.
Oh, yeah, but give me 1 second. Easter already found a trainer. He already got rid of Stafford, and he's working with... Broner's trainer now, so I think he's going to be good.
Yeah, he's going to need a lot more than that.
Yeah, but go ahead with the Mikey thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's going to need more than that to beat Mikey.
Mikey is one of the most intelligent, most skilled fighters in the world today. I think as far as boxing IQ, he probably leads the pack. There's not too many ahead of him in that. If other than if Floyd Mayweather was fighting, I just think Mikey has that rare combination of speed and power that you don't find, and timing that you don't find too much in the sport. I think the fight is going to end in 4 rounds or less.
I don't know. I can't say that, but I see Mikey stopping him probably later in the fight, or just beating the shit out of him for 12 rounds.
I just don't see. Easter's almost lost his last 3, and he's got gifts. Yeah. Fortuna beat the shit out of this guy, and then that was named Fortuna, Javier Fortuna, and I think
he's Spanish though.
Yeah, he is Spanish.
You're Italian.
Yeah.
With the last name Fortuna.
Thank you, Esteban. But I don't know. Robert Simerson's here. Hey, Robert, that's a good buddy of mine. I know.
David said Margarito took a car for collateral. So what? Viking Herm, would you ever take a car for collateral?
Hey, Robert's saying Hawaiian Gardens, haha. Hawaiian Garden, no fucking joke. They keep that police helicopter there, I think.
I would take a longboat for collateral, or maybe a 5th wife.
Oh no, they're talking about Margarito. Margarito was a fucking thug. You know what I mean? Somebody hit Margarito's car without car insurance, and Margarito took his car and kept it until he paid him.
Streets.
Yeah. And you know what, Dylan? Bud did beat Mikey in the amateurs. He beat him.
What? The amateurs don't count.
He beat him twice. The amateurs are the amateurs. The pros are the pros. If they go on different systems on there.
What's up, y'all? Been missing these episodes, but we'll catch up on it tonight.
And Bud's a whole different fight for Mikey than it is Robert Easter, because that's what we're talking about right now. But I don't know. Bud's a bigger man right now. Mikey's fighting at 35. Bud's at 47. I don't even think it's worth talking about right now. So I don't think Mikey's ever going to fight above 40. If he does, I'll be surprised. He's not a big guy. He walks around big, but I don't think he wants to fight that big. You know
That'd be like us just doing like the next hour of the show about golf.
Yeah. Kelly, you never fought at heavyweight, but I think you should go fight Wilder right now because you weigh that much. That's not how that works.
I will, though.
East St. Louis is always nuts, but there's our areas like Nickerson Garden and Ramona Garden that are no worse areas in the world. Yeah, but when I say Hawaiian Garden, that is a fucking bad area. But you got Linwood, you got Inglewood, you got a place like that. You got some parts of Oxnard that are bad.
No.
You do, man. You do. You got parts of Oxnard that are bad. Yeah, man. Down on the other side of fucking Oxnard Boulevard and Saviors.
No.
That's bad.
No.
But no, I don't know. I think the Charlos, I think there's something else going on with their heads mentally. They're just prone.
They just gotta, you know what I mean? Like they got to beat somebody. They have to I can't get mad. I don't know if it's their fault or if it's the promoter. We don't know. Chances are I would say it's the promoter, but wait till you start beating Saunders and Triple G. And wait till you start beating Canelo and guys like that. Who else had junior middleweight?
Jaime Munguia.
Yeah, then you know what? You start doing that. Right now, like, be a good fucking fighter that you are. Use your God-given ability and talent that you have. Go out there, make fucking noise in the ring, and then do it. Then you have the right to do and act that way. Right now, they look like asses, man. They really do, in my opinion.
Yeah. And and like I said, I'm not hating on the Charlos. They have all the skills in the world. They can be great. They have a nice combination of speed and power, and they're good fighters. I just think that there's some things that has not been addressed in their childhood, maybe, that makes them fucking assholes. Saddam Ali will beat Bud for the Olympics. You're right. It is different.
It's totally different.
It is. The amateurs are more based on scoring points. We're not sitting down on punches, and everything changes from the next day to the. Do you remember how your style changed from the amateurs to the pros?
Well, I lost to Taylor in the trials, and I beat him twice in the pros.
There it goes.
Knocked him out.
Kelly lost to Jermaine Taylor in the trials and knocked out.
I
Taylor
did beat the shot Dorian Beaupierre in the amateurs, who was ranked really high, and then I beat the shot him again in the pros.
That's just skills. That's just a skill level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dorian, you're a pretty cool dude, but.
Ricardo said, tell the Charlos to go to Tijuana and talk crap. No, because not even people from Tijuana go to Tijuana and talk crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tijuana's very nice, but ain't there like areas off the edge that's bad?
Big time cartel area there, man.
Yeah. But it's still got a tourist area too, though, don't it?
Charlo is a lesbian teen emo Adderall addict. Dude, I was fucking...
I can't. You don't know that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Spreading rumors.
It sounds logical, though, don't it?
Who's the most overrated boxer currently?
Oh, fuck.
Saunders?
Jamal Charlo? No, I'm just kidding.
I would say probably. I would have to say, because mainly the fucking Brits, I'm sorry, guys, I like you and all, but you guys are the ones that are behind making it irritating with him.
BJ Saunders, Saunders. There's a couple other out there, too, I think, that are pretty fucking... overrated too. I
think Lomachenko's overrated.
Can we out all the people who DM you memes? You know what? I don't mind. See, Robert, I think people read that wrong when I post that. I don't mind being sent memes. I love the memes. What I'm saying is when people send me memes and they say, James, post this because I can't post it because I have a wife, kids, church, a job. I'm not a fucking lackey to post your fucking memes for you. I love to look at your memes. You send me memes, I'll take your memes. But when you're telling me to post them for you because you don't have the balls to do it yourself, you can fuck off.
That dig at me too?
No, you don't do that to me.
That was a dig.
No, but James, here, post this meme for me because I can't let my wife see that I'm posting memes.
But okay, no, I agree with you because that actually used to happen to me. I had two guys that would send me memes. I'm not gonna throw names. I can't, but see, it's different for me though. I cannot post them. First of all, yeah, I do got people that fucking get mad. And then with me, like, if I put a meme about like eating pussy on my stomach with my feet in the air,
that was funny.
Yeah, it is. But if I put that, then it's like you got kids and away at home, and you're doing that.
Dude,
like,
how do you think my kids got here? Is by eating pussy with my feet in the air.
Yeah, well, yeah. But my thing is though, like, it's a fucking meme. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a true life story. You know what I mean? Like, it's to be funny.
Yeah.
So I can't do that because of how I take shit. But now listen, if I wasn't Kelly Pavlik, I'd be out there with fucking James right now, fucking finding. I'd be like, James, if I wasn't known as a former world champion, I'd tell James, like, he got to step his game up. Right? The way I think. I think James's fucking memes are fucking hilarious.
I think so. I think so too. I think I need to step the game up too. I need to step my game up too.
No, your game's fine. I think that's good there. You start stepping the game up, then the punchline is going to take a hit.
No, but that's what I'm saying is, hey guys.
Do you like memes, Viking Herm? Do you giggle at them at all?
Viking Herm always loves a good meme. He loves to giggle. He has 4 wives and 23 children, and he gives 0 fucks about what they think about Viking Herm's memes.
Viking Herm, do you eat pussy with your feet dangling in the air? By the way, Kelly, congrats to the Hall of Fame, brother. Well deserved. Do you guys follow the World Series of Boxing? If so, do you think this extra step of boxing development is worth the time out of a fighter's career, meaning losing time to make bigger paydays in prime years of a fighter's career? You know, I like the World Series of Boxing. I don't have any heartburn with that. It's a great stepping stone for amateurs to kind of get pushed into the pro game a little bit. You know, I consider it like kind of like the semi-pros of boxing. You know what I mean?
I wish they would have had that when I was coming up.
You're making $70,000 a fight. You know what I mean? And you're not
they had the Contender, which is something.
Yeah, but it's not the same. You know.
Yeah.
These guys are all the same level. They're all amateurs that just turned pro, and they're making good money, and they're getting fights that aren't going against their record. You know what I mean? Their pro record.
We got a good YouTube question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a question or if it's a statement. Tyson Fury overrated?
No.
He's a heavyweight.
He's not overrated. Tyson Fury's his biggest problem is Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Discipline and.
I was standing next to fucking Vitaly Klitschko. I was going, and I'm 6'1", a little over 6'1". I'm going, holy fuck. And then I'm thinking, I started thinking in my head, like, Tyson Fury, and I've seen how much taller Vitaly is than Klitschko, and Klitschko's taller than Deontay.
Yeah.
By like that much. And I'm going,
and Fury's taller than both of them.
He's 2 inches taller than this guy, than Vitaly. You know, he's 2 inches taller than him. I'm going, holy shit. Fuck.
Robert said, this is the fucking best show to watch. The Viking is a dope addition. You know what? We had to bring Viking Herm on because Ray Mancini had Viking, what was his name?
Jim.
Viking Jim, who's a fucking cock.
No, Viking Jim's cool.
Fuck Viking Jim. I don't care about Viking Jim. He can fuck off. You like Viking Jim. I don't have to like anybody. That's the rule of the show.
Okay,
I don't like anybody.
Okay. All right, man.
I like you. I like Viking Herm. And I like people who watch the show.
Why, you think you're gonna really get mad at us for fucking a show that got 4 people?
4 people watching? No, and I like the people on our show. Other than that, I don't like motherfuckers, man. They don't give a fuck about
Viking Jim's pretty cool, though. I mean, he can't help it that.
What? He can't help it that he chose to work with a cocksucker? Yes, he can. If you're a cocksucker, I could choose to not work with you, right?
I did not suck a cock.
A quack.
But me and James talked about. Who did we talk about last night in the car?
Lead singer Cinderella.
The lead singer Cinderella. He was a pretty fucking hot.
No, let's go back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's go to the story here, right? I was thinking about what the conversation was. Let's go to the story. We left the Poison seminar, right? And I said, and I'm watching the old Poison videos. I'm trying to keep up and stuff. I said, Bret Michaels, back when he was young, looked like a good-looking chick, man.
Tell it, James.
I know, but I'm talking. I'm getting there. And I said, you know who else is a good-looking motherfucker? I said, I'm not gay. I told you I'm not gay, but a good-looking motherfucker was the lead singer of Cinderella back then. I said, he was actually better looking than the chicks in the video. Did that not happen?
You did say that.
Yes.
James talked about like banging the lead singer from Cinderella for 5 minutes on the way home from Columbus.
You said you would touch his weenie.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You said you would touch his weenie and and you said you would touch his weenie and make eye contact. James said he would smell his hair.
I did not say that. You said that you'd make love to him looking at him in the face.
No, I did not.
You said that you would make love to him slowly.
But hey, would it be gay?
Yes. You said that you would make love to him slowly and walk.
No, just see, don't you dare start turning shit on me. You just came out and said you were talking about that.
We were. I said we.
We were not.
Girl,
I was driving.
Motherfucker, you were talking. Oh, I'm just talking to myself for 7 minutes. You're not responding. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking Tom.
No, you didn't. You said that. You said the fucking lead singer from Cinderella is fucking better looking than most women.
We were there, Steven. We hung out with him. We hung out with Rikki Rockett last night. We did a 7-hour.
Yeah, you are. You got raped by fucking Ricky.
I did get raped.
So did I. So what?
I think I was
Yeah. So what the fuck is wrong with driving with us in the car if we're talking?
Well, all I'm saying is this. I would just state a fact.
Justin can take a dick in the ass, but he can't take a joke.
What's different?
If you see the Nobody's Fool video, you would change your fucking mind, brother.
My kids love that video. I got my kids into that song,
Yeah.
80s music. He looked better than the fucking woman in that song. That's no homo.
Tony says Kelly Spence or Crawford. Who's Kelly Spence? Jason Bailey.
That sounds like a fucking name that would be on like Saved by the Bell.
Hey, that's one Jason Bailey's fighters.
Yeah, Kelly Kapowski. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nah, you want to talk about gig.
Jason Bailey's fighters, Kelly Spence.
Oh yeah.
Michael Cameron and Jason Bailey is Kelly Spence.
Oh fuck.
Well, no, he's like Spencer or Crawford.
Miyagi. Carlos says, stick to boxing, Jato.
Now, what were we back on before? We were talking about gay rock stars.
He's not gay.
No, not gay.
Or got more ass than a total seat.
Fuck.
Like girl ass.
Yeah, fuck. No, but I mean the fucking the whole situation, man, was like guys. I want to go back on that. The whole meme thing, I don't mind. I love getting memes from everybody. I do. I share them with all my friends. But the thing is this: don't send me memes and then say for me to post them for you because you're afraid. That's fucked up.
That should get you shot.
If you're gonna be a man, you be a man 100% of the time. You don't pick and choose when to be a fucking man.
Do we ask you if you would be afraid to post certain memes?
Yes, you asked him. Would Viking Herm make out with Tom Kiefer for Cinderella?
Oh, that's a big question.
Unlike James and Kelly gaying up the show all show, Viking Herm would never kiss another man. But I will say an old Chinese proverb. Build 100 bridges, no one calls you a bridge builder. Suck one dick and all of a sudden, you're a cocksucker.
No, we didn't say that. I didn't say James said he would have kissed him. I didn't say I would kiss him.
I just said you said you would have kissed him.
What?
You would have kissed him.
No, I would not have. I know he's a dude.
You would have stuck your wiener in his pudding hole, his chili hole, like kissing him.
This is getting horrible, guys.
You're like the last mile of my ass.
Delilah.
New segment, sword fighting on the show with Cinderella. But no, but hey, what do we got coming up this week? Dallas.
Yeah.
We're going to be in Dallas in 2 days, guys. We're going to be working the Canelo fight. Me, Kelly.
Not gonna, Spence.
Oh, I mean, sorry. Errol Spence, me, Kelly, and Justin will be there with our publicist. And we're going to be up there. We got some of our friends coming too. All our friends are coming up to that. So, guys, if you guys want to come meet Kelly, come to Dallas. We're going to be, I forgot the name of the place we're doing a show out of. We're doing a pre-show. You guys remember the pre-show? We're doing a pre-show, guys, and you guys can come watch the pre-show and meet Kelly if you want. At the Concrete Cowboy. We get to dress like cowboys.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. We're going to be at at what time? Is it 2:30, right? 2:30?
You gonna buy what?
2:30. Concrete Cowboy, 2:30 on Saturday. We're going to be at the Concrete Cowboy doing the punchline live.
Justin, what are you gonna buy?
Shit kickers.
And
Shit kickers.
we're also going to be there with We're going to be with their publicists and everybody. And Terry Moss, former women's champ, she's going to be there helping us out.
Are we going to go watch a sparring match?
We are going to watch a sparring match.
That too. So if that happens during the time that you want me to take this fucking jog.
No, it's 6:30 in the evening. 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's a 12-hour difference. Oh, we're also doing a 5K in Dallas.
Should we stream a 5K?
Are we going to be in Louisville, India, or Louisville?
You stream me walking fucking way behind you guys.
Dylan, to be honest, I'm in Louisville more than Kelly is. I'm in Louisville quite a bit.
I go to White Plains, Kentucky.
But Kelly goes to White Plains, Kentucky. But
do my fishing.
But we will do. But we are going to start. We're going to start traveling more and doing a show in different places, aren't we? Different states, different places here soon.
We'll see.
We're looking at that. We've been talking about. I think we're going to start doing it. Eventually, I think after this fight, I think we're going to take pretty much a little bit of time off from going to the fights.
Yeah.
Because we've had a busy year this year and last year, right?
Yeah, I'm still ain't even caught up from this weekend.
Yeah.
And then Columbus. I didn't get home until 3 in the morning.
Julian, you know what? I love it when you guys take my memes. You guys are welcome to have all the memes and everybody share the memes. But all I'm saying is people.
He'll be fucking on there bitching that's his meme, and he was the first one to post it.
Let me explain. No. When I make a meme, right, and I haven't even posted it myself hardly. And
Julian and Kelly go post one fucking meme and get 5,000 likes. I post 49 in a row and I get 2 likes on one, and everybody is throwing parades and falling off buildings and skyscrapers laughing at Kelly's and Julian's post.
No, listen to my shit. No, listen to what I'm saying. Tell me if I'm right, Justin. Justin will tell you if it's true. I make a meme, right? I create this motherfucker out of scratch. It's funny as shit. I get the 25 likes or laughs or whatever. Kelly will take that meme and repost it, and he gets 300 likes and laughs on it. And when I post it, it's funny. When Kelly posts it, motherfuckers are dying of heart attacks on the road. Cars are wrecking. People are jumping off buildings, dying laughing. You tell me there's not a big disparity there, right? Same fucking
people are skydiving, forgetting to pull the cord because they're laughing too hard, splatting on the ground.
Fighter pilots are wrecking into fucking Syria because they're laughing at the.
You're gonna start seeing James's memes. It's gonna be like above it. It's gonna have like a smiling, laughing face. It's like, I was the first one to post this.
Delilah says, "Guns, I like your dumbass shit. I ignore James." Well, I ignore your shit too, Delilah.
Thanks, Delilah.
For that, we're not going to your fucking amateur tournament. But I'll go to the fight for you, Dylan said. Well, if they ever have a fight in Louisville, definitely. Olivia, my sister, is watching. I love you. And
what's her name?
Olivia Romo.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Olivia. I wasn't looking at it.
Yes,
texting.
Roger's little sister.
Cool.
War start, city shut down. Even Damon's saying that's true, and Damon's mad at me today. War start, city shut down when you use my meme. It is the truth.
Damon rides your coattail.
No, he doesn't. Damon's mad at me today because he's claiming I was mad. But no, I'm telling you, man, that
you sound jealous right now.
I'm not jealous. I'm saying if I make a meme, it's only partly funny. When you make the same meme, when you use the same meme,
listen, I told you, man, I used to have like 3 fucking good meme groups when I first was posting memes, and of course I did use some of yours too, but I was using them. But I don't have no fucking memes to find now, so I use your leftover fucking ones that are not good enough for you to post. And I ask you, if you're not posting it, I'll use that one.
I didn't say they're not good enough. I give them to you because you're my friend. I don't say they're not good enough for me.
Yeah, if I know that you were going to have a hissy fit over it, man, I'll go erase all of them in my timeline.
Yeah, Julian, right? Carlos is an amazing meme maker. I love Carlos's memes. There are some guys out there that are just levels. I have a buddy named Lawrence Vaughns. He's probably the best meme maker in the country. I really do. I've been around, and this guy makes shit that's incredible. But yeah, see, all traffic controllers run planes together. Now look at Kelly's meme.
Who's that? Damon said that?
Somebody from the show. All traffic controllers run planes together. But no, I just think that
What are you giggling about, Viking Herm?
Kelly Pavlik's memes are so funny that I use them as a distraction when I want to pillage a village.
Oh, that made James mad.
Kelly's an ex-champ. He has loyal fans who love his memes. AKA...
Oh, that fucked it up.
Nick Riders. Lawrence is funny. Yeah, he is, Ricardo. But
no, Lawrence's memes are fucking funny.
Lawrence is fucking funny.
Yeah.
Lawrence is...
Carlos got some good ones. I don't know why he puts them on Instagram and not on his Facebook.
He does.
No, you put some of them, but
Yeah,
I see a lot of them.
You don't get booted on Instagram. You get booted on Facebook.
Oh.
But no, we're gonna be doing Dallas. We're gonna be at the Errol Spence fight. Hopefully, we'll see. And that's. And we're gonna be doing the show. We're gonna have a. I think we're gonna have an In-N-Out versus Whataburger competition, which is better, right? We're gonna judge the In-N-Out Whataburger.
Yep. I gotta try. Well, I've already had In-N-Out, but it'll be good to have them back to back.
Damon Kelly's not an ex-champ. He's a champ always. We use the same theory as that for we do Olympians. There's no such thing as an ex-Olympian. Yeah. He's the Olympian for life.
Okay, we got 2 questions. Kelly, what fighters did you like growing up? I liked a lot of fighters. A whole bunch. Obviously I like Bronco McCart, fucking Winky Wright, Kenny Signorani from my hometown, Greg Kikta, Harry Arroyo. I mean, the list goes on of guys. But I never really had like somebody I was like dead set on as like a hero or I looked up to. I just like the sport in general and like watching it. Dan Martinez, Viking Herm versus Evil Knievel. That's easy.
Viking Herm would be wearing
that's why fucking Evil Knievel never tried that stunt. He never tried the stunt of fighting.
Viking Herm would be wearing Evil Knievel's cape as a loincloth.
That's why Evil Knievel never tried that stunt. He never tried the stunt of fighting Viking Herm.
Viking Herm versus Mr. Olympian.
Did you think Evil Knievel died of old age?
What is it? Lesbian gay show? No. Olympians aren't like champions. They don't ever lose the title unless they're stripped. They're still ex because that means former. Former means in the past, so
yeah,
it's former. They're a former Olympian. If you look, you will see. I've seen Oscar called a former Olympian in the ring. Former 1992 Olympic gold medalist.
Mm-hmm. Dylan Wallace says, Winky Wright, great defense. Yeah, he was fucking... But I would say, like, boxing people knew that Winky Wright had good defense, but I would say overall in the sport, it was one of the more underrated defenses too, though.
The thing about...
Because he had phenomenal fucking defense.
Well, the thing about Winky that a lot of people don't realize is Winky would make you miss, and he'd always be in position to counter you. Mm-hmm. You'd get hit by Winky Wright. When he missed you, he'd fuck you up.
Because going back on that, it was he put his feet in the right spot, and he kept his guard high. He was very technical and good. So he didn't bob and weave a lot and slip and be fancy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Winky stood there and kind of, he picked you off. He parried a lot of the punches, and he was a great counter puncher.
Yes, Delilah, there is such thing as a former Olympian because it was in the past. If it's in the past, it's former. Because 1992 doesn't last forever. I know you'd like to hear that because when you had big hair and you hung out with cheerleading.
Yeah, you think like in the 2020 Olympics when a guy wins the gold medal, they're going to say, and the super heavyweight champion gold medalist this year is Felix Savon. No, because he won that 30 or 15 years ago.
Or when a guy wins 20 years in advance and he's a little baby, they say, this is going to be the future Olympic gold medalist.
It's former, hon. It's former.
It's former. Don't be mad at us because you're in an argument with grammar. You're not in an argument with us. You're in an argument with the way that it's supposed to be saying. Olympians never lose They never lose their title, their medal. They lose that. It's not losing it.
Oh, we ain't got time for Delilah right now. We got Dan Siegel. What's up, my brothers? Love you, Vatos.
Thanks, Dan. We already talked about you on the show, and we love you too. And we had a great time last night at the seminar. What a great seminar.
Can't wait to come back down.
Yeah. But no, I would agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong, Delilah. They are former Olympians. They even call themselves that. You're the only one that doesn't.
I was an Olympian.
What? Delilah? She was a team manager.
Oh, I thought you were saying
no.
Oh, okay.
Delilah was the water boy for the Olympic team. So I love the shirt too. I was going to wear the blue one, but I like this one. Delilah's still on that train. But
then James told me not to wear mine. It's in the car.
I told him, we don't want to wear the same shirt. I'll wear this, and you can wear yours next week.
He said that it already looked bad that he said on air that he would make out with the lead singer from Cinderella. So he was like, didn't you wear the same shirt as me on this show? He said, it's not going to go over too well.
Is it?
Dan, this conversation happened on the way home last night, too.
It did not happen. That's not the way the conversation went. But okay. You agreed that you were talking to. If Ocampo is any good, Ocampo is good against mid-level competition. I've never really seen him step up. I can't say how good he is against good competition. Do I believe he's going to give Spence any problems? No, I don't believe so. I think he's going to be pretty much what we see at Spence is what's going to happen. Spence is going to knock his ass out.
Delilah, you say Olympian Fernando Vargas?
No, you say former Olympian.
Yeah, it is former Olympian.
He's a former Olympian.
Well, they do say, I don't know now. Now I'm thinking, because they do say Olympic gold medalist. They do say like the games too, though. 1978 games, Olympic gold medalist.
Meaning the past.
Yeah, so it's former.
This is 1996 Olympic gold medalist.
She's gonna keep throwing fucking shit out there though, and trying to
say the year. It's okay to say.
They do. Yeah. If you say the year, you can say it because it's in retrospect to the year. 96. He was an Olympic medalist in 96 or 2000. Exactly. That's why. But you don't just say he's an Olympian. No, he's not a 2012 or 16 or 20 Olympian. He's a
two-time gold medalist. Clarissa, that's speaking of like a two-time that was in the past.
Two-time Olympic gold medalist. I think
it's not saying current gold medalist.
Do you know of any UFC fighters that would do well in boxing? I think there's a couple that I think
Diaz.
I think Nick Diaz needs a lot of work. I think Nate does. I think maybe
compared to the other guys.
Well, what about Dillashaw? Dillashaw's looking better and better. Jose Aldo's looking really good. He's been Robert Garcia for 2 years. I think he's looking good.
I can't talk on it. I don't know too much on this to talk.
Dillashaw's working with Roger and Lomachenko. He's sparring with Lomachenko every day. I think those guys would need to be rebuilt from the ground up. Do you know what I mean? And actually dedicate more time to just boxing. I think that they can make a respectable career.
Who can't you call former?
You could just say 1999 and avoid all the X. That's what we. Yeah.
But it's still former though.
It's still former. She is a former. She is.
1999 was fucking 9 years ago.
19. That was.
Or no, I mean 19 years.
Cyborg could adjust. Cyborg couldn't pass the fucking drug test ever. You can say 1999, and Amanda Nunes is a better boxer than fucking Cyborg is. So I don't know.
So I got called a two-timing bastard, not a former two-timing bastard.
Well, we could all.
Got a headache.
Simon's new name is Inbox Raider.
oh,
Captain Inbox. Frankie Edgar too is another one that has skill, Robert, great skill, but I think, and his age is going to hurt him too. He's been in a lot of fucking wars, right? But what he needs to, I think these guys need to be torn down and brought up the same way that if Kelly became an MMA fighter, he'd have to be torn down and adjust a little bit. Yes, you would.
I doubt that.
You would.
Not with my skills.
Those guys would drag you around.
How about Viking Herm if he was to become an MMA fighter?
Ask Viking Herm what he thinks.
Viking Herm once tried MMA. Apparently axes aren't allowed in the octagon.
No, but like I said, guys, we have such a good year of boxing coming on. I mean, I think that too.
We hope. I mean, yeah, but right now all the potential's there.
Well, we're hearing Wilder and Joshua is finally fucking done deal. Thank God it's over. I'm more excited to get this fight done with and get it over with. Do I have a pick? I want to say Joshua wins, but I don't fucking know.
I think James is listening to my pick, and he's really starting to say, you know what? Kelly knows what the fuck he's talking about, so I'm going to really go lean towards Wilder.
I said Joshua, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say Joshua?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because Wilder's your new BFF at the Hall of Fame. You guys hung together and fucking drink champagne. You and Wilder.
No, he didn't.
You were drinking champagne with locked arms. You guys had locked arms like fucking...
No, you said that you would like to kiss Anthony Joshua and make eye contact at the same time.
I said I would make love to him slowly.
With the lead singer from Cinderella involved.
I said I'd make love to him slowly, Joshua.
No, he'd make love to you any which way he wanted to. All 6'7" of that motherfucker.
Hey, we have former world champion Carlos Hermoso Hernandez, not current world champion like Delilah wants to say.
Yeah, right.
But Carlos, what an honor it is to have Hermoso on here. And also, good promoter. He's coming up in the promotion world. Love that guy.
WC was going to do some amateur thing this week, and we were supposed to broadcast it on Facebook for them, but it fell through. I heard something about that.
Probably ran out of money for those expensive-ass $900 belts they make.
WC got, they did have a thing with the amateur program they work with.
Belts, man.
Yeah.
That's the one Olympian I ain't ever supporting. Who's that?
Who's she talking about?
I don't know.
She's not supporting any former champion Olympians.
No.
No.
Ricardo Antonio, but no.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah,
left.
I think we have. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and let's put them out now and get them. We'll get them. Delilah says this weekend. Delilah is one of the head honchos for the
in West Virginia
for USA Boxing. No, that's a different tournament. It's 24th. But no. She said she's not supporting Wilder. She don't like him. Well, I don't blame him. He's a kind of a cock. But no, Delilah's one of the head honchos
real nice guy.
of USA Boxing. And she knows all the dates, and she knows. So if you guys have any questions about it, this is time to hit her up and ask her about it. Delilah knows every event and what's coming and what's not coming amateur-wise. She just doesn't know what former and current means.
Hey, Delilah, you gotta call me tomorrow or something. I want to get a nice big amateur fight thing going on here in the Yo. You think she could help with that?
Yeah.
You think she has a little bit of pool?
Yeah.
You get a good show.
Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, I've been losing some, but I ate a lot today. I had a buffalo burger today and stuff. So
you're stepping on Haskell's toes with USA Boxing.
Simon said,
he texted me today.
Simon said, when you were seen at middleweights
Give him a call.
in Hall of Fame, do you guys still have the fighter instinct to size each other up?
No.
It's a question for you, Kelly. Go ahead and read it.
What?
Simon asked, when you were seen middleweights at the Hall of Fame, do you guys still have a fighter instinct to size each other up? Did you sense in the meet that there was a what-if strategy going on?
Yeah, that's funny you say that. Yeah, you do, like Hagler, but Hagler was so far before me. I mean, I look at things like that, but, Hagler was awesome as hell, too, though. Really nice. But, yeah, you size up. But the first thing, though, I got, it's hard to size me up because I put on so much weight from the time that I was fighting at middleweight. And a lot of them guys were more like, holy fuck, you fought at middleweight, and shit like that. So I don't think it was at that point of being sized up. Maybe height-wise. That's the only way I could look at it. But, yeah, you look at, guys like Hagler, I thought he was small. I really did. I mean, it was small middleweight. But, yeah, you do at some point, Simon.
I think it's natural. I sized, when I was in the Army, and me and Simon are going through basic training together, I sized Simon up. We were about the same weight class, and I sized his ass up right away. I was like,
did you evil eye him at all?
Oh, I dog-eyed the fuck out of him when we both were boxing. Because I knew, I said, shit, one of us we're gonna find out one day, but we never did. We ended up training together. But at first, when you hear that one of an elite amateur is in the same basiasic training platoon you're in, you're like, all right, motherfucker, and you're only a weight class apart.
You want to see how fast he runs. You want to see everything.
Yeah, and me and him were in the same running group too. We both were A-level runners, like the fast group. But I think I was 47. I think he was 39. I think, and we were like, I was like, I'd beat this dude. I knew he was thinking the same thing.
Matthew Kelly is thick as a Snickers right now.
Dylan wants to know how the big cruiserweight fight will go. That's Gassiev and Usyk. I got Usyk outboxing him. What do you think? Usyk. I think Gassiev.
Oh, wait. No, wait a minute.
Gassiev over Usyk?
I said that was going to... No, Gassiev. I said that was going to be a close fight.
Oh, I believe. But I think Usyk's a better boxer than that.
I'm kind of still leading. You know what? I'm going to have to go back and watch the last fight with Gassiev. And,
yeah.
I seen it, but it was, I seen it the one time. I don't know on that fight. That would be a good one.
Yeah. Well... thank you, Ricardo. I'm working at it, guys. I'm working hard, man. I ate we ate a lot of Mexican food last night, though, didn't we?
Yeah, big sandwiches. Oh, Viking Herm's ready to say something.
Okay, Viking Herm has.
James's workout routine is: I chase him with an axe, he runs, loses weight, great success.
It's been working. It's been working great. Thank you, Viking Herm. Viking Herm's been my biggest motivator for this. We call him Richard fucking Viking Herm. National jails in West Virginia. We were going to go to that until Delilah pissed me off. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, guys, do you have any questions? Thank you, Dylan. We appreciate it.
Yeah, because we're down to 2 minutes.
Yeah. If you guys have any other questions for 2 minutes, go ahead and let's hear them.
While we're waiting for the questions, good fight. Garcia might need a KO to win that one.
I think so too.
I could be wrong on it. Like I said, I gotta go. Let me go back and watch that before I give my final pick on that. Let's thank the sponsors. Title.
Get Your Money Clothing.
Don's Automotive.
And My Gym in Columbiana, Ohio.
And great, the guy's been these sponsors have been behind us. Title's new to it, and what a great company to have backing us. They're big in boxing all around, from fitness to having the rate of their apparel to gym equipment that they got. It's a great sponsor.
It is
great name company.
Thank you, Delilah. I'm trying. I'm working hard. It's a process, but I'm working every day. Simon wants to know. It's a question for you. You said, what does Viking remember about Leif Erikson?
Contrary to popular belief, Leif Erikson was the first to discover America, unlike Christopher Columbus.
Wasn't Eric the Red his father? I just stumped fucking.
She said,
I stumped him.
What happened?
I said Eric the Red was Leif Erikson's father. Yes. Okay, yeah, no, he wasn't. He wasn't his father. No, he wasn't. I was wrong on that.
I'll give you a little sneak peek, Delilah. Catch you guys next week. Hope I catch more than 5 minutes.
Guys, hey, Glenn, thank you. We appreciate it. If you guys want to see the show and you don't miss any of it, go to YouTube, subscribe it, and hit that little bell. What's that bell called? It's a little bell.
It's a bell.
Hit that bell, and it'll tell you when the show's coming on. The show comes on Tuesday at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. The time never changes.
But mainly go on and subscribe.
And subscribe it, yes. Also, guys, do us something big. We still have that. We still have another glove available for the most subscribes. We still have a glove available and stuff like that. So we're still pushing these memorabilia out. We have a glove out there with 15 world champion signatures. Mikey, Lomachenko, Nonito, Kelly. We're adding to the glove, but we got so many signatures on this glove. We're just adding. But whoever gets the most subscribes will win this glove. And we don't want money. We don't want nothing like that. We just want subscribe to the show. Get as many people as you can, and you'll win it. Well, Dylan, get people to subscribe to the show, and it's all yours. We'll pay for postage and everything. We'll mail it right to you. And Simon, visit the website, Punchline app. Help us with all-around viewership. Agreed?
That's why I keep telling everybody to go to, Simon. Yep. Punchline.live, and then hit the YouTube. Subscribe. Oh, want to thank Justin. He really pumped up the website and got it going nicely.
Yeah, Justin.
He's phenomenal at what he does.
Justin's indispensable. We can't do it without him.
He charges on for great work that he does. If you need something done, the website, he's only probably about $8,000 a site, but it's well worth it. Well worth it to be the best site in the world, and you'll get a lot of business from it.
We got to thank Viking Herm for coming in on a busy day of raping and pillaging. He makes time for us.
Thanks, Viking Herm. He's probably with Ricky somewhere.
Viking Herm is always pleased to show up with these two gentlemen. And if I don't see you next week, then I'll see you in Valhalla, brothers and sisters.
Viking Herm will be here. He'll bring that long-ass boat and park right out front.
Yep.
But yeah, Dylan, look, guys, do us a favor. Subscribe to the show, like the show, and share the show. And get everybody involved with it, because this is your show. This isn't our show. We can't do this show without you. Without you guys, we're just a couple assholes with opinions.
You know motherfuckers don't start subscribing, it's going to be a no-show.
That's the truth, though, isn't it? Right now we appreciate you guys, and this is your show. So help keep your show going and subscribe to it. And like I said, even after the show, you can hit our inbox and ask boxing questions. Just don't do it at like 2:30 in the morning, because that really sucks. But if you need questions or you want autographs, subscribe to the show and take care of it. Also, at the Concrete Cowboy, we're going to have mini gloves there, and Kelly's going to sign mini gloves.
Where the fuck did this come from?
It says right here.
Who said that?
Our publicist. Title sent gloves for the weekend. Get them signed at Concrete Cowboy. I didn't say that. Look.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Yeah.
When the fuck dude, that was from the Ringer, right? We took the kids to get some ice cream. When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel right now.
Thank you. But no, like I said, guys, this is your show. We can't do it without you. We appreciate all the support. And when the show makes me rich and famous, I won't forget about you. Oh, really? Oh.
Who does I said it hiding behind the punchline?
Who do you think it is?
Amy. Should make her ass go sign fucking postage stamps for an hour.
Get you a stamp, ching, ching. People are gonna get there and they're gonna ask for Viking Herb.
You know how hard it is to sign little gloves like that too? One time I put on a fucking golf outing, charity golf outing. Well, I put a bunch of them on, and I'll never make this mistake. I'll sit there, I have no problem signing 480 things.
Yeah.
You know, the night before it. But if there are pictures and stuff like that, that is not a problem. I did one time. Decide to sign golf balls.
Thank you, Jeff.
Like over 300 golf balls I signed. Now you know the little ridges in it, and it's round and this fucking big. That was a pain in the ass to do in one night. That was so. No more golf balls will be signed for.
No.
Like next year, I'm holding a charity golf outing, and the charitable. The charity, I'm not sure yet on which one we're going to choose. I think we may go with the Wounded War Vets.
Thank you, Dylan. Yeah, it's true. But also, Punchline's going to be making new shirts soon. I think we're going to be adding a Herm the Viking shirt. Punchline shirt with Herm the Viking on the front.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
And then the one we talked about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we're doing another one with the bull, with like the outline of the bull.
Well, we have to ask. Herm, is it okay for that?
If we can make a Viking the Herm shirt?
We'll give you a couple dollars out of it since the show.
Promote my brand. Promote Vikingism. I will always agree to that.
Like we can put like the punchline on there, and then we'll put Herm the Vikings outline on there, and the back we'll put the boat. You know, the boat on the back.
It's a long boat.
It'll cover both sides. 2 shirts.
Sail the seas.
Thanks, Les. Talk to you soon. But look, guys, and then we're making another one with this outline of this bull taking a shit with a line going through it, and it's going to say the punchline, no BS radio.
That's pretty cool.
And we're making that one too, right? No BS radio.
No BSing.
Oh, yeah, the gloves aren't tiny. They're those one gloves I gave you. Remember those big ones?
Fuck.
I fucking... They're the big gloves.
Oh. What are we doing with these gloves?
Giving them away.
Giving away big gloves.
What?
Why don't we give away a flyer that has punchline.live on it where it says subscribe and share?
I would make them subscribe before they got the fucking glove.
Why are we going to promote me, who's fucking been retired for 6 years, and I'm not going to fight no more?
Because they still love you. You have fans.
Punchline.live gloves?
Kelly.
That's, you know what, Amy? Get gloves with punchline.live on it, and then we'll fucking sign. I'll sign all of them.
I need a shirt with guns on it.
If you keep fucking around, you might get a shirt with guns on it. Running and gunning.
Fucking get a pair of pants with a gun hanging out of it.
Yeah, but guns coming on it.
Say, you asked for this in West Virginia, didn't you? This is the shit you wanted. You wanted the thunder. Well, here it is.
And it's not incest. West Virginia.
Yeah. She said only watching because you hear. Delilah never takes a break, does she? Her pussy just stays in overdrive.
You know what? She's one of our big fans, though. She's always... Delilah, we respect you, and thank you for always watching the show, too. You rock.
Her pussy still stays in overdrive, even so.
Matt Loud. James is getting it. I got to start looking for a fucking another co-host.
You have one right there. You fucking bring on
Viking Herm.
Viking Herm. Viking Herm will do it. He'll sit here and fucking...
You woke him up.
Would anyone really want to see Viking Herm be a co-host?
Yes, they would.
Did you be like just the
you
other?
You wouldn't have a choice.
You'll be just like the other Viking co-host. You probably only say 2 words a show.
Amy said you could have told. Amy said you could have told me sooner.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
What I said, he goes, if he was a co-host, like the other Viking that's a co-host on the show, only get 2 words in the show.
That whole Viking does, he'd be perfect.
Wait, what happened?
Amy said you could have told me sooner.
About what?
About the punchline.live on the gloves.
I didn't know anything about gloves going on. I didn't know that I was being put to work when I got to Dallas as a...
Hey, look.
Parade me around.
Jamel's on the show.
I thought I was going to the show to Dallas to cover the show.
Jamel's on the show. Jamel, we were just talking about you earlier in the show, buddy.
What up, Jamal?
This is a former 2012 Olympian and former and current and former U.S. Marine, one of my favorite guys in the world. He's on the show right now. He just commented, but yeah, and we talked about you and we support you against Gervonta Davis.
Damn it, Jamal, I said what's up too, homie. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, what's up?
And we were saying we support you, and we agree with the way how we brought up how classy you are by not going in with Twitter against Gervonta. We talked about it yesterday too, didn't we? On the way to Columbus. And we appreciate you, and you're the man. We love you.
It keeps. Don't let that. It's not that you don't know, but don't let them get in your fucking head.
No, don't let them get in your head. You're a champion in life and out of life.
Yeah, your response was classic.
Delilah, I'll call him whatever I want. He's like, don't call him former. What?
Dylan Wells said, we got to figure this out for the show. He says, end the show with Herm throwing an axe at a watermelon. That would be fucking pretty cool.
We do need some Herm Viking shows.
Viking Herm always loves to throw his axe at some melons.
Delilah, you're not allowed to talk. Delilah, you're not allowed to talk about Marines since you were never served.
Jamal said, I appreciate it. I don't take the kids serious.
No, I think he has home training problems. Jamel. I think he just grew up messed up. But yeah. Well, since I've served 18 years in the Army, Delilah, I'm probably not wrong on that because I'm a former paratrooper. I'm not a paratrooper anymore. Right? Kelly, do I go, hey, I got to go home. I got to get ready for my next jump.
Yeah.
My next jump.
James, what are you doing? I'm cleaning my chute.
I'm cleaning. What are you doing? I'm getting my TA-50 ready. I haven't jumped. When? Never.
James, how come you were late? I was waiting for my chute to dry.
James, where were you? I was waiting on the C5 to pick me up for an assembly. But when was it supposed to be here? Never.
Kel, can you send a cab here? Why? C5 broke down.
Jamel said he's looking for attention in a fight day. Exactly, Jamel, and I agree with that. But I really think he's picking on the wrong guy with that. You're not giving him the attention he wants, and I think it's hurting him more. You know what I mean? Because he needs that drama in his life. And me and Kelly were talking yesterday how fucking.
And I told you that he was not going to change. Remember we said like, oh fucking.
When he got with Cunningham.
Yeah, that he was going to change. It's not going to really change him.
No, but I really was really happy that Jamel took the high road on this and just hasn't engaged him because it shows me the kind of man Jamel is, and it shows me, and it's more telling on the kind of man that Gervonta is. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Yeah. We will see you guys Tuesday, and then we'll let you know on our site and everything also about when the Technique Tuesday. We're going to work on that this week and see what day we.
Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
You want to do it Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, we're going to do it at the Concrete Cowboy.
You can't do Technique Tuesday at the Concrete Cowboy.
Show.
Oh yeah.
We're going to have. Yes, good point though, Justin. We're going to be doing pre-shows and everything else. We may do what? We're doing one or two.
Saturday at 2:30. We're doing one at the Concrete Cowboy.
Okay, so then Saturday at 2:30. Tune in.
And we may be doing another one on Friday.
We'll put that on. We'll put that on tonight too.
Yeah, but we have the other with Global Fight Talk. They want to do a show with us on Friday.
Yeah. But we will. We'll put that on tonight about Saturday.
Friday night, guys, we might be doing a quick show with Global Fight Talk out of Dallas.
Okay.
We're going to do a show with them for like 15 or 20 minutes. They're going to just want to talk roundtable boxing on Errol Spence. They know Errol Spence better than we do, and they know him personally. So that'll help us with the whole breakdown of the fight. And they know I'm Campo, so it's a lot easier. Thank you, Delilah. We love you. And once a Marine, always a Marine. There's a reason that saying stands. It is, but unfortunately, until you step on those footsteps, you don't know about the meaning either. Bow bow.
No.
Hey, so, is there such thing as a former Viking?
He's growling.
You don't become a Viking. You're born a Viking. It's in your blood. When I was born with a beard.
And a blue birthmark.
And a blue birthmark. Just a Genghis Khan birthmark. But yeah. But guys, like I said, Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. There is no show without you. You guys are the reason we do it. And subscribe. Go to YouTube or go to punchline.live. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and share and like. And that would help us. And like I said, the most subscribed, screenshot the subscribes and send them, post them to the Punchline page or send them to Alicia Taylor or Damon Martinez. They will total those up for you, and the winner will get this fucking glove that you'll never find anywhere else. I think it has Edwin Valero's autograph on it too. So, dude, I have Oscar on there, Nonito, Cuellar, Kelly's on there. Well, he will be. I haven't signed it yet.
I will be on there.
Mikey Garcia's on there.
James said he hasn't signed it yet, but he will be.
I will. Mikey Garcia's on there, and Lomachenko's on there, which is fucking huge. And there's other champions on there too, so I just can't remember everybody.
But, so, we will be at you guys, and we'll keep you posted on our Facebook page and probably website.
And Friday in Dallas, we're going to do a small show, and Saturday we'll do a pre-show at the Concrete Cowboy. And peace out.
Bye.